that roar of thunder. Hear those tires scream. Is every boy's hero, every lady's dream. Flying down highway heading west in a streak of black light called the Bandit Express. Look out, the bandits coming, tires screaming, engine humming. Looks like the bandits on the move. Look out, the bandits coming, bet your money and warn no women. Tell no smokies all to take a rest, 'cause they'll never get the Bandit Express. Well, he won't take a detour, 'cause he ain't got the time. He can turn on the nickel and give you change for a dime. Always first, never second best. It's a streak of black lightning called the Bandit Express. Look out, the bandits coming, tires screaming, engine humming. Looks like the bandits on the move. Look out, the bandits coming, bet your money and warn the women. Tell no smokies all to take a rest, 'cause they'll never get the Bandit Express. Look out, the bandits coming, tires screaming, engine humming. Looks like the bandits on the move. Look out, the bandits coming, bet your money and warn the women. Tell no smokies all to take a rest, 'cause they'll never get the Bandit Express. Oh, they'll never get the Bandit Express.
Oh, look! It's the demon.
Yeah, right whenever I switched over. Good evening, everyone. Hello, Rogue. Hello, Ken.
It's almost
What's up?
like I predicted that you were eventually going to switch over to something good and fascinating. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Rogue. I am here. I am the glorious one and the all-knowing.
Pen.
The rogue, the all-knowing? What?
Time out. Didn't we watch an anime yesterday that kind of has a character like Rogue?
Sure.
I like the word "sha." She's not 100% sure.
No, but yeah.
You see, I've
seen another anime that
I
had
take
a
that
more.
passion and I make it happen.
We've
Pictures
we've
come
seen another
alive.
anime which more accurately depicts Rogue.
What's that?
But Tanya.
Yeah, well, I'm talking about in layman's terms of the now, because, you know, he's all-knowing, he knows everything, he's good, he's narcissistic, he's like
Yes, very much
Naru, he's like Naru from Ghost Hunt, and he's also really good at ghost hunting, too, in Fast and Furious, so...
I have my moments.
So what you're saying is, if only we could get Naru and Tanya together and make a demon spawn known as Rogue.
God. I'm not even diving into anyone near that. That's no. That goes into a level of creepy and perversion that I'm not willing to jump into.
I, on the other hand, I'm full willing to do this. Let's make this happen.
So how's everyone's week been, guys?
I apparently started a new career path starting tomorrow, so that's.
Oh, congratulations!
We'll find out how congratulations it is to me.
Well, I
New
mean,
career path, huh? Nice.
apparently it was
I'm
good
no
enough for
longer
you to
considered
apply.
just a head concierge. Now I'm a caretaker, so
Huh.
I take
So
Again.
same field, just different.
yeah, pretty much.
Same
It's-
field with different responsibilities.
Well,
No,
it's
same amount of responsibilities, Pen. Just new title.
new title. That's all. Well, it's like if I was to become a foreman in my shop. Well, I'm still working in the same place. I'm still gonna be working on trucks. It's just a new title, and I get to boss some people around.
Basically, I don't have to boss anybody or supervise anybody except for myself, and I'm a pretty hard labor master as it is. So
No,
I don't know how it's
shit.
gonna kind of react for tomorrow. Plus, it's supposed to be my quote unquote training day, so we'll find out.
So you're going to train yourself?
No, I've got an area supervisor who's supposed to be coming down to show me what I'm supposed to do. I'm like, all right, whatever.
So is the pay the same or more?
Pay is relatively the same.
Okay.
I told you.
Just get a fancy new title.
It's just a new title.
Ah, okay. So fancier title, not increase in pay. Got it.
Yeah.
Same
Give it
boring
time. It
shit.
could increase pay later. Right now, it's like entry point.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, it's a new company. They don't really want to pay top dollar until you're proven.
Yeah. So two things I'd like to talk about. One,
Besides me,
well, besides you, I mean, there's a lot of things to talk about besides you. I mean, we talk about you even when we're not live.
I
Come
know.
on.
I try to make myself the center of attention.
Come on, I
unlike,
mean,
Matt.
not every Toby Keith song could be about you, Rogue. I mean, come on.
Well, I mean, we can't have Trump 24/7 because CNN goes up for grabs. When you can have Roe
I'm not.
24/7.
Well, we're not even talking about Trump, really.
But we can, but we're not.
We can, but there's really nothing new to talk about. It's pretty
Nah.
much the same as
Like
it
I
was
said,
last
CNN
week.
is going up for grabs. That's the only thing that's really good.
Yep, CNN is going to be sold off.
Yeah.
Or it looks like.
No.
before-
I've got a prediction. I predict Google's gonna buy CNN.
No, actually, Washington Post is in the lead for that one.
Oh,
Really?
wow. I feel sorry for some of the news anchors of CNN now. Not. No. That's two things that come to mind. Plus one, I mean, I just got done watching Antoine blow a gasket on his channel. It was, marvelous, but I can understand why.
Antoine on your page there.
Yeah, I understand why. It actually has to do with one of the topics. Sorry, folks. Thanksgiving's canceled this year. Try again next year.
well, let's not forget Christmas and, for the Jews, the Hanukkah as well, because,
No,
Yeah.
certain Jews will not have the Hanukkahs.
Well, here's what I have to say to that. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
All I can say is Canada already had their Thanksgiving, and it was glorious.
Yeah.
Were you limited in how many people were allowed to show up at your place?
No.
Okay, well, yeah,
Alright,
they're going to limit.
so here's the way
They're
it
going to
goes.
limit 5 people to your household for a turkey day.
Bullshit.
Okay.
No. So here's
I thought it was like 3 families that they were allowed in your household. Last time I heard.
No, 3, 4, 5 people of each family. So you get to pick one out of each family group.
Okay. You know what? It would actually make it a lot easier for you if you actually did have a chance to select, because that
Raffle
crazy
tickets.
drunken uncle that
Raffle tickets.
ends up to be very racial. It becomes the top level.
The Thanksgiving lottery.
Yes.
Yeah, I was gonna say raffle tickets. Who's gonna go to
like
Uncle
one of
Buck's
those
house
Keno
this
balls?
year?
You know what you should do is do like that Keno roller thing. So you put everybody's name in one of those tumbler things. You spin it around.
Oh, you mean like
Keno.
bingo?
Yeah, similar to it. Yeah.
Okay, so I know what they're doing up in Chicago. I believe after reading some of Ishtar's and Matt's posts, they're doing the same thing up in Washington. I believe there's a couple select key cities like down in LA and stuff like that, and other places in the United States that's canceling Thanksgiving. Well, I hate to say this. Even though the government may think that they can do this, and even the city may think that they can do this, and even the states and whatever, no. Especially up here in Oklahoma. I've already heard talk because this already been, we've always seen the news, and there's plenty of people here in Oklahoma that they'll go out hunt. No, deer, turkey, and stuff like that. They don't go to the store and buy, turkeys from the store. They go out hunt and shoot it. And the exact words is, I hear there's no limit on politicians.
No, there isn't. The politicians get to make whatever the rules they want for the rest of us.
No.
They do what they want.
Pin, joke, over your head. Hunters
Yeah,
going out.
He was proposing open season for politicians.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
There's no limit on politicians.
What you need to do, Sparky, is invest in either a sign for sarcasm or showcase the Bugs Bunny versus Daffy Duck.
Or I could just go to Penn and go, here's your sign.
Pretty much.
Whatever.
Is it in the shape of a cone?
Whatever.
It's in the shape of an L for a stupid stamp on your forehead.
Hey, no need to be an asshole about it.
I'm not being an asshole.
I mean, basically, we can be Penn. We all have one.
Everybody.
But no. Here's
Asshole.
where it goes. My fiance's family, my family, my step family, all this other good stuff. It's like this. We all own our houses. We technically do not live within city limits. We live within county limits. And everyone in the family pretty much wholeheartedly concurs with this one simple facet. We don't fucking care. So I don't see what they gotta do unless they gotta put military guard at everybody's front door for Thanksgiving. They gotta have a military or police with guns guarding the fucking turkeys and hams at the supermarket. I mean, unless they do something like that, even then, good luck. You're not gonna stop
I
this.
could see the National Guard, being utilized in that way, where you guys are still trying to figure out whether it's Trump or Biden for president.
The
National Guard isn't doing anything at the
I don't
moment.
care.
I could just picture the National Guard at
know.
the checkout section of a what is it, your local supermarket? Oh, but yeah, near the frozen section.
At this point,
black dude with the quarter thing in there. Oh fuck, that'd be hilarious.
At this point here, I mean, I know it's different for people all around the area. For you, growing up in Canada, you only witness the bullshit in America online. So I'm pretty sure that if you go out strolling down the street, you don't really hear a lot about America's politics. It's mostly about Canada's politics and stuff like that, I would assume.
No, unfortunately, unlike what you believe.
I assume.
I assume most of the Canadians here, we are kind of bored of our politics, and we look at your politics from the south, and we know more about your own runnings than our own runnings up here.
We said the P word, and now YouTube's throttling back.
Yeah, I know.
No, I'm being serious. We mentioned the word politics, and now YouTube's throttling us.
Yeah, well, I mean, I just have to say that it was a very fine moment. It was good and glorious, and then all of a sudden, shit happened. Yeah, that's true. That's true, Wesley. Canada is boring, so they have to get their nose in our stuff. Well, we really don't need to have our nose in your stuff. You kind of have it out there, and we pick up on your signal because we're like not that far away from you.
What Rogue is saying is we're tired of sniffing your shit.
We only have 5 stations in Canada that is actually Canadian. The rest of it's kind of questionable.
Cool.
No,
But-
it's not cool.
I'm sorry. I mean, you got YouTube. I have cable television. I have like 100-some channels. I don't ever fucking watch it.
I know.
I generally get my shit from YouTube and stuff.
But YouTube is boring sometimes. You have to
not
go out and
just
find the good
YouTube.
stuff.
Not just YouTube.
Well, other things and shit like that.
Well, I
But
do get
anyways.
my shits and giggles off of certain media areas that are Disney related. That's always fun and exciting.
It is, and that's actually another topic I'm gonna be bringing up as soon as we get done with this one. But it's like this, like up here in my area. Pin, you can kind of explain your area too if you want, but we go to walk. We don't really talk about the ball. Yeah, we'll mention in passing about how bullshit it is and stuff like that. The discrepancies, all this other good shit, and hearing some of Biden's so-called plans he wants to do. But for the most part, outside of walk, you go up to the supermarket, going down to the street, going to the parts store, stuff like that. No one cares. Everyone's just going about the life. It's like, okay, either we got Biden or we got Trump. There is some people that, is taking steps and precautions. Me and Captain Hook's gonna be doing the same thing coming up in the next couple weeks. We're gonna start stocking up on necessities, canned foods, dried foods, stuff like that.
Yeah, no, he's got the little ankle garland and the little snaps to go with it. Just for you.
Yeah. But hey, Stalin, what's up? No, it's we really don't care. We really don't care about the politics because usually a lot of times, unless they do something really stupid or really big, they're bickering and they're arguing and stuff like that. Usually doesn't affect anyone down here in Oklahoma.
Well, in my area, it kind of does. I would say if I was still working for the one company that I was before the summer, I really wouldn't be able to talk to any of my coworkers because for the most part, except for one, but he ended up leaving, everybody else was like, I wouldn't say pro-Biden, but they definitely were anti-Trump. So I couldn't talk. The new place where I contract out my work to, though, now, 3 Cubans, man, and they love the guy. But even then, it's like we really don't talk a whole lot. They've been asking me because they know that I follow it for the most part. So they ask me from time to time, "Hey, what's the news? What's the news?" And I'm like,
"What's the sitch?"
Yeah, but it's really not something that we talk about at work because it's more important to worry about getting the jobs done.
Yeah. Now, I can see why a lot of Cubans and a lot of the Latinos and stuff like that are voting Democrat, actually. And it actually stems back... No,
voting Democrat?
Not voting Democrat.
You might want to take the plantains out of your ears.
Yeah.
He didn't say not.
I did say not.
He said how some of these Latinos might be voting for Democrats. He didn't say not.
Not voting for Democrats.
Okay, as long as you set the record straight.
I set the record straight 3 times now. You're still saying I
didn't say that. Again, those plantains that you have are pretty deep. You may want to start taking them out of the ears.
But no, and it stems off of a conversation I had with Maddie. And even after that, I got to looking around and it's like, okay, you got these radical fucking Democrats like AOC and Pelosi and Schumer and a couple other ones saying he's spouting off, socialistic rhetorics and stuff like that. And frankly, if there are people that came from countries like Cuba and places in Mexico and other places that dealt with socialistic governments, I can see why they'd vote Republican.
Yeah. Yeah. And to think that there are people who are actually upset with the Cuban and Latinos.
Oh yeah, because they thought, hey, it's like, come here, we're gonna help you out. We help you out. You help us out by voting Democrat. No, we don't want this. We're voting Republican. Thank you for letting us in, though. That's gonna be the same thing if they reopen the border. And they let illegals in. They let illegals in. Here's the thing: you gotta give them an option, and the option is, hey, we're gonna let you in if you vote for us, but we're gonna enact policies that basically put the United States in the same turmoil and the same status quo as what the country you left was. What do you think's gonna happen? Thank you. You just brought a couple million undocumented immigrants in the country, gave them illegal citizenship and the right to vote, and they're gonna go, oh, fuck this shit. We're gonna vote Republican.
That generally happens with the first couple of generations.
And then they get here and they don't realize what their family left, and then they get... Yeah, it'll do, yeah. In about 20, 30, 40 years, it will be like that again, possibly.
Oh, it's usually to be true. Sometimes it kind of skips several generations, but yeah, it's the same thing with the Jews.
Yeah,
they tend to forget exactly what happened to their family, unless they had loved ones that actually survived said Holocaust or whatnot.
Yeah,
Yep.
I think. Yeah.
Hey, shit happens.
No, shit does happen, and
sometimes people say no to your shit, and they don't want it.
But shit can be messy sometimes.
Speaking of which, there was a tweet that I ended up seeing. I don't remember how I saw, but I ended up seeing it, where there's this person who is basically a ICU personnel or nurse, and they're along the lines of, yeah, we're at max capacity and people are dying and da-da-da-da-da, so wear your fucking masks, you selfish pricks. And I basically said, no, fuck your mask. Then they told me
she works in ICU. She knows, basically, because it's taught to all basic personnel that works in the medical field. I received this training whenever I went in for EMT, EMR, and paramedic. Whenever I was with the volunteer fire department in my former hometown. And
Sparky, you ruined the joke for me.
I know. I did that, so.
Yeah, you did that. So I told her to fuck you. Fuck your mask. She told me to eat shit, and I said, why? So that I could spew the same crap you are? Ooh.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Bad pun.
I don't care.
Anyways, but it's like, for the same person, as I tell them, they know exactly what they're saying's bullshit. The masks don't do a fucking thing. It only... There's nothing you can do publicly. Unless you just want to shut yourself inside your fucking house and not going around doing anything. There's not a fucking thing you can do. And the politicians don't want to say anything about it, because it's that chance to tell the fucking populace, oh, we can control these people. We can tell them how to live their lives. The exact same thing the fucking Democrats have been wanting for years now.
Centuries.
Centuries, years. I was giving benefit of the doubt, but still, whatever. You get the point.
Mm.
It's like, what? Yeah, let's lock them down, stuff like that. But it doesn't do anything. Now,
No. It just makes people more depressed and more sick.
There's been more suicides and COVID deaths this year. Does anyone know that?
Yeah.
There's been more alcoholic, drunk driving deaths than COVID deaths. Fuck, there's been more homicides than fucking COVID deaths. And no one talks about it. It's like, I wonder why. Narrative. But, yeah, everyone in the medical field knows if you're dealing with a viral-based phenomenon, masks and distancing yourself is only part of it. You need to do more than that. And the problem is the populace as a majority is not going to do that. You're not going to get that many fucking cats wrangled up into the corner to be able to fucking pull this off.
And that's the core issue right there. Though there has been many different source controls that do indicate that yes, mask and some degree of social distancing will reduce possibilities of a viral spread.
But you're talking about 15-20%.
Actually, it's a little higher.
All right. 15-20% for a regular based American that I see with the fucking masks and they got them over the mouth like this, but the nose exposed. Look, and they're still going to the supermarket without gloves on.
Yeah, again, we understand that there's going to be a few morons. Hell, there's a few morons that exist.
There's a lot of morons.
And that's where we have to come down to the acceptance that this is going to be an ongoing thing. There's nothing that we can actually do to prevent the state of stupid people.
Yeah. And you know what? Starwin is somebody that has COVID right now. I know Starwind. He's a little bit older than I am. I think he's around his late 30s.
Oh.
He doesn't really have any underlying medical conditions. He's fit. He's healthy. He's a little, he's a little pudgy, but that's not an underlying health condition. I know his wife Squish. She's I believe diabetic and has some other things wrong with her. I believe she ended up getting it too. Stolen, please in the chat, tell us, how are you two doing?
Yeah, she technically, and I say technically, would be more risk. I don't think adverse is the word I'm looking for, but she would be more.
No, she'd be at high risk.
She'd be at high risk. Thank you. She'd be more at a higher risk.
Yeah. Someone's like, "Wait, don't make me come over there."
But if they're not having any issues, then
I don't know yet. I'm waiting for them to explain. And
that's basically where it comes back down to. We have to accept the factor that people are going to be getting it.
You know what? Since this is the Sparky Pen and Friends stream, why did you come in, Starwin? Go ahead and come in. The door's open.
Individuals who feel uncomfortable with the whole situation want to lock themselves up and wear their masks or whatever, sure, fine, whatever.
Yeah,
but that's on them. They should not be able to force others to do what they're doing.
That right there, that's my whole takeaway from this whole thing. Is like, if you want to be one of those isolationists, if you want to lock yourself away, you want to wait for the government to come out and do something, which hint hint, they're not. You got Pelosi's blocking bills left and right until she can get her shit she wants done in there. And then, fuck the American people. But unless, you're one of those that wants to wait for the government, wait for a vaccine, you don't want to get this, you don't want to spread it and stuff like that, fine. Do it. I'm not going to stop you. The problem I have, and the point where I'm going to go, fuck your policies, fuck your masks, and fuck COVID is the fact that when you try to tell me... Excuse me. That sounds good with the feedback.
Star, when you're
Who you
echoing.
calling pudgy?
I didn't say you're fat.
No, I said, oi, who you calling pudgy?
You.
Yeah.
You got gut on you.
Just because I can body slam your ass through a wall doesn't mean I'm pudgy.
He does have a point there.
Yeah, but he also kind of, proves my point. No, how are you and Squish doing?
Oh no, we're doing okay. I go back to work Wednesday. She's already gone back to work.
Mm-hmm.
If you're afraid of getting sick, that's fine. Stay inside. If you're one of the top few percent, and it really is top few percent, possibly 10-20% of the entire population that has, well, probably a little bit more than that. That is of older age. That has underlying health conditions and stuff like that. Yes, do what you think you need to do to protect yourself. The government's not gonna do that for you. Some random stranger in the fucking public's not gonna do that for you. You gotta do that for yourself.
Correct.
If you're somebody like me that's not afraid of getting sick, I can still walk while I'm sick. I've had the fucking flu. I've had pneumonia and still ran to fucking walk.
Yep.
Sadly, I live with my folk. If it was me living on my own, I wouldn't care. But because it freaks my folks out, that I'm a little more, I should say, less mass conscious than I should be, and my mom does have adult asthma, I kind of have to placate them for the most part. But
I don't know.
again, if it was me by myself, I wouldn't care. I would be more like Sparky.
I don't know. I'm an adult with asthma and living with a person who is way over their age.
Yes, but Rogue, you and the people you live with have a little bit common sense when it comes to these. I'm not trying to insult my folks, but
this comes back down to decisions that are made by individuals.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. And this is where I will kind of placate the whole situation here. You have people on different sides arguing about whether this is an unjustified lockdown or the reasonable lockdown or whatever. I really don't care. At the end of the day, the individual used to be in control of what was happening with their own future.
Mm-hmm.
Now, governments have decided upon the individual that they don't have that luxury for whatever reason. Now, you can say it's a conspiracy theory or against the individual or people at large. Go for it. At the end of the day, it's these governments trying to placate to a small handful of Karens and making sure that they don't listen to these Karens.
Yeah, well, it's all fine and dandy, but you're gonna have a lot of people out there that just doesn't care, like me. It's whatever. It's
people should, yeah. You could even still say if the individual chooses to impose a mask upon themselves, that's their choice. It should not be the government's choice. It should not even be businesses' choice.
Actually, businesses should have the opportunity.
Businesses, I'm gonna agree with Rogue on this.
Okay, fine. I'm sorry. Fine.
Your government cannot impose this on you. Your businesses can if they wish to.
Yeah.
Hold on.
You have the luxury. Business or not.
Let me rephrase this.
You can rephrase
the government
it as much as you want.
Upon you, no. The government upon businesses, no. Fine. If the business wants to, that's the way that they wish to conduct. Fine.
Yeah. And I'm
government just needs to pull its head out of its own ass.
I'm perfectly fine with that. Like I said, my cutoff point, my limit is when the government imposes, you must wear masks if you're gonna go to your family's. Fuck that. No, I'm not wearing a mask at my family's house. I'm not gonna wear a mask in a car when I'm with my fiance. I don't even fucking wear a mask. No. That's the cutoff point. If people want to wear masks, fine, you wear masks. But here's the thing: the masks don't do a damn thing. Proven, they don't do a damn thing. You want to
I
know
don't
one?
care.
You want to know one aspect of it? You know, my father-in-law. That's a good example right there. And I'm still gonna placate and use that fucking example to this very day. He was in a fucking sterile fucking room in a sterile fucking hospital with everyone using full protection equipment, gloves, masks, face shields, constantly washing your hands and stuff
I
like
have a
that.
question on that one.
What?
How did they get air into his room if it's quote unquote sterile?
You know what I mean.
So unfortunately, it wasn't
It's
a sterile room.
Alright, it's gonna be better than what it would be in a group of people outside. That's kind of the point I'm making.
Question that coming from hospitals because I've seen how hospitals run, and I question it.
Okay, you question it. It's still more sterile in places in a hospital than what it is. And if you had to fucking make a decision to walk down the fucking street and pick up a sandwich off the fucking street and eat it, or, you know, go to a hospital and pick up a fucking sandwich off the fucking floor, which one would you pick?
Neither.
Yeah, sorry, but if
There's a gun to your head, you gotta pick.
No, you can blow my brains out. I am not ingesting crap off the floor.
Joke's on you. You wouldn't get anything. They just ricochet around.
The point is, every measure, every precaution being taken, he still got it. He still died from it because of incompetence at the hospital.
Yeah, incompetence of hospitals. Yeah, so not every measure was taken.
I know the Sparky is fucking fuming right now. I know he wants to say something. He's just like,
No, I'm not gonna let Rogue do this because I know exactly what he's doing. So, and
Honestly,
hello,
lighter
William, have a wrench.
On a slightly lighter note, while you're giving out wrenches, Starwind there. Sorry, you're opposed to Sparky calling you Pudgy, right? Fuck, he's gone.
No, I'm here.
Okay.
I was giving him shit for it too. Yeah, anyways.
So where would you rate yourself then on the 6 levels of fatness?
Wait, there's 6 levels of
That's
fat?
buying dinner first, Pen. I ain't getting into that.
To answer Rogue's question, yes, there's 6 levels. There's
You have to compete against Squish for the cooking, so good luck with that.
there are 6 levels. There's big, healthy, husky, fluffy, damn, and hell no.
Since when?
Ooh, Fluffy said it.
If you're gonna go with Inglesias, no, don't. No. there are no 6 levels of fatness.
Okay, so then according to Rogue, you go from big to hell no.
No, you go from big to what the fuck happened to you?
So let's go ahead and get off this topic right now because I feel like I'm end up going into a rant spree like Matt did. I don't want to do that. So
wait, you don't want to?
I was gonna say last I checked, Sparky, you're the one who asked me to come in here.
No,
No. I'm not the one asked shit.
I know. Yeah, I know.
I only asked you how you were doing.
It's also called Re-Caffeinated with Sparky, Pen and Friends.
Yeah,
so therefore, regardless who calls me in, it's on Sparky's head.
He kind of does have a point.
Got- you got points.
Responsibility of
You got a
top billing, yes.
You got a point, you got a point.
Sparky does get the top billing, and because his friends, I can say what I want and not be recognized.
Wait, who are you?
I don't know.
Oh yeah. Also,
I don't even know who I am.
Also, Sparky, I also did take the liberty of doing a little bit of shilling out here a few days ago, actually.
Cool.
Somebody in one of my other, not Discords, but one of the Facebook groups was posting a picture of Mario 3. So I was like, I know somebody who's got like the entire series up. And I happened to drop the playlist in the chat.
So that's gonna bring me over into another topic. Since Road brought up Disney, I don't know.
I'm giving you shit. I had to jump in on that one.
Wait, so what are we doing about Disney now?
Oh no, it's not really Disney. It's about the Mandalorian season 2.
Oh, so it is.
Well, it depends on whereabouts you are within the week of the Twitter spat, because it kind of varies on the complaint, and I think the complaints are kind of funny. Now, Gina Carano, who is kind of Cara Dune, she's a complaint all year round, apparently, for the Twitter, fascists and that. But last episode, it was a factor that the child there eats eggs for whatever reason.
Oh
And
no,
now
it just wasn't
this
eating
week- hang on.
eggs.
Now this week, it's about Mandalorian having breast armor.
Yeah.
Well,
From
it
no
wasn't
one
wait.
other their own Anita Sarkeesian.
It wasn't, but here, going back to the eggs for just a second, it wasn't about simply just eating eggs. It was an endangered species, and Baby Yoda committed genocide.
They didn't care about the fact that the frog lady species was endangered. I'm sorry. If you look at the tweets, and they're glorious. Fuck. I've got a few of them up on the gnf.com. On the entertainment section we have, that is there.
Let's take.
Unfortunately, not one of them are talking about endangered species. And
Hey,
I feel
point them. Give me a link to it, and I'll pull it up after we get done talking about the whole the breast armor thing.
Oh yeah, because women have those things in the front that kind of do a bit of protruding depending on how big they are, and they don't fit in traditional flat-chested armor.
Here's the thing. Well, I gotta. Let's see. Remove that right now. Let's look at the picture. You can't even fucking tell.
I mean, you can, but it's not as noticeable.
Okay, tell me. All right, hang on. The one.
Let's look at this. Hang on. Let's look at this from a realistic kind of point of view. It's not like they made it fucking canon from other previous Star Wars related. I don't know.
Yeah, like Rebels.
Like I don't know. No.
Clone Wars.
Like Star Wars, the Clone Wars, because these three characters are a continuation from that part.
Yeah.
It's like somewhere in between episode 3 and 4, they discussed about Mandalorians and the portrayal and the black lightsaber and Obi-Wan wanting to drop in order to marry a Mandalorian queen.
Yeah.
It's almost like no one watched the fucking continuity series.
Yeah, almost. Now, I can't tell this for the life of me. But if we look here, okay, we got a main character, which is over here on the right-hand side of the screen. That is our main character. Then we got two other characters. It looks like they're from a different batch from the Mandalorian group, from the design of the helmets.
Yeah, well, one, you just done fucked up because the center character is the leader of the faction, and the other two beside her, one female and one male, are her guards.
Okay, whatever. That proves my point. You can't tell. I thought this was a dude here in the middle.
I honestly.
The one on the left-hand side. The one on the left-hand side. I can tell. Okay, it's probably a female.
Sparky. The one on the left-hand side, I would agree with you. I thought it was female. I thought the one in the middle was also male.
The fuck's the problem? It's
not like she's...
No,
Sparky. you don't for someone like Sarkeesian, it's the mental gymnastics that they think that they can get away with. If it wasn't that all the Mandalorians appear as male, oh my god, how misogynistic. It's that, oh, there's no females, how misogynistic. Oh, look, they have too many boobs.
Oh no,
showing,
that was her fucking complaint at the beginning of it.
Winsley, I'm gonna have to interject on that one. Unfortunately for you, female Mandalorians are really good warriors. They're in leagues with their male, companions.
That's not what I was getting at, though.
No, I'm talking to Winslayer.
Oh.
If you were paying it, again, plantains out of the ears. Listen.
How do you listen to written word, Rogue?
I mentioned Winslayer, and he went to women aren't fighters.
Okay.
Back to it.
Anita's first initial complaint about the whole Mandalorian series is because there wasn't a predominant female character in it. Now it's, oh my god, boom over. But no, let's go look at Return of the Jedi. At least the fucking Mandalorian warriors ain't portrayed in something like this. It's like, come on. What will make you happy, woman? Shut the fuck up.
Well, again, look, she's been out of reference or of relevance for quite some time, so this is the only time she actually gets to become somewhat relevant.
No, she's making herself look stupid. She got completely roasted on
fucking wants to be relevant so she can bring out her feminist tropes, dogpiling, harassment, death threats. And then, have that focused on her as she did the last time she was here.
But let me go back to there was something that what was it? Oh, here we go. No, that wasn't it. Fuck. I'll be right back.
Yeah, no. Bo-Katan, she was in the previous Star Wars, brought over by the same voice actress who's now then the main physical actress, which is awesome. And then you have some of the Rebel cast coming in this particular episode or this season of Mandalorian, which is very interesting as well.
I was gonna say, is that one in the middle? Is that book? All right. Not who I was thinking.
One in the middle.
Not the one I was thinking of.
Oh, are you trying to figure out the actress?
Not the actors. I can't remember her name in Rebels.
Oh, she's the one that's in the cloak. You were thinking of the other Mandalorian. What was her name? I don't remember what her name was. You know what? I'm going to Google it. Okay, Ezra Sabine, I think was her name.
Sabine,
yeah, Sabine
yes.
Warren. Yeah, she's the one. Okay, Sabine is believed to be the one that's in the hood, who is kind of following Mando.
Okay.
Again, because there's a lot of references between the Clone Wars as well as Rebels. It's like all over the place. So you'll have Ahsoka, who's going to be brought in soon. You have a possible Ezra coming back to reprise the role. Now, whether it's the same voice actor or not, it's questionable. You'll also have Sabine showing up somewhere on the line. And then maybe, if you're lucky, a Obi-Wan. Because they are talking about making a lot of spin-offs off of Mandalorian. So yeah, this would actually lead into this would do it, yes. Which could also lead into bringing in the Grand Admiral Thrawn into real life Star Wars, like live action version of him. So it would be interesting to see how far they go.
Yeah, I can't find a fucking tweet, but it showcased two tweets Anita made. One from whenever Mandalorian first came out, and one and one now.
There, Sparkle. I gave you a link in the DM. You might want to head over and then click on the Mandalorian is taking heat for portrayal of women, and you'll get the tweet that Miss Sarkeesian laid out, as well as a link to her tweets.
All right, cool. Let's bring this up. Remember, this is at your very own GNF network, so it's being shown in the chat. Go check it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah, Mandalorian is. Rogue, I'll let you go ahead and read this if you want. How's that?
It's fine. At the end of it, we pretty much did a cover of it as it is. So, like it or not, you'll have a lot of SJWs and antis fighting with each other over the factor that, again, as we pointed out, Mandalorians have boobs and apparently boob armors. But for Anita Sarkeesian, her major tweet was, "Lady Mandalorians have boob armors." Oh, come on, seriously. That is how it started.
Yeah, that's how it started. But what I'm saying is somebody compiled the tweet she first made of Mandalorian when he first came out, and then this tweet. Because the first tweet was, there's no depictions, there's no portrayal of any kind of dominant female lead or female character.
In her tweet, and she later corrected it. Originally, she stated that she's possibly tired, but she didn't hear any depiction of women. Something on that basis. She later finds out that she was wrong. She corrects it, goes to sleep, wakes up, and then everybody had a shit fit.
What, because she corrected it or because she made it?
Both. She made it and then
she needs to
corrected it.
Shut up.
Unfortunately, two different individuals or two different parties need to shut the fuck up. The anti-SJWs and the SJWs.
Yes.
Shut the fuck up. Because you're destroying fandom as we know it. Shut up. Don't talk to each other. Leave each other alone. Just as simple as that. I don't want to acknowledge your existence, and you shouldn't acknowledge mine. And unfortunately, you make the most Twitter the most unlikable tool in the trade for anybody when it comes down to marketing or whatever. They're actually moving to other places because of this bullshit.
Yeah, like Paula.
Anywhere else. They're picking everywhere else but.
Yeah. But I seen that, I'm like, you really do not have anything to talk about, do you? You just got the fucking...
Yeah, no. I mean, I'm more intrigued in how Favreau and Filoni, with the help of George Lucas, are going to bring in two different shows into this third one and then spin off of that. That is more intriguing than having to deal with, oh my god, there's not enough women in Star Wars, or oh my god, how dare the child eat eggs, or oh my god, how dare Mandalorians have boobs and wear boob armors now.
It's not even that bad.
It's not like it's been a source and a continuity that there's a differentiation on gender when it comes down to their armor.
If that's the case, then why aren't these people bitching about all the Final Fantasy games?
Because it's not popular. That's it. The more popular the item, the more that they want to get themselves involved into it.
Because the more eyeballs they'll get on them.
Right.
More influence that they can have.
Well, no, more of their tactics that they'll use is simple feminist tropes. The more that one person counters their narrative, oh, you're dogpiling me, you're harassing me, and then all of a sudden they have death threats out of their ass.
And then, oh my god, it's not right to be quote attacking this person. How dare you? And then everybody comes to their defense. It's very Machiavellian, Rogue. Very Machiavellian.
I know, and that's basically when it comes down to most of my people like myself of getting tired of listening to both sides of the equation when it comes down to the anti as well as the SJW types. I'm done.
Get along.
Yeah. Simple.
I'm not SJW. I'm not anti-SJW. I find it very infuriating whenever I see tweets from Anita Sarkeesian or anyone else, or I come across on my fucking thread and they're bitching about something. Oh my god, the portrayal of females in this. Oh my god, the deaths of females. Oh my god, the sexuality of females. And then I got
Then don't watch it.
And then I
Not you, Sparky. I'm telling you.
no shit. But let me finish.
Sorry.
But I also get tired of turning around and seeing people like fucking Jeremy Hambley and other people going, oh, this SJW narrative, they're tearing this up because of this, and this. And it's like, okay, here's what you do. If you're a traditionalist, cool. Stay traditionalist and stay with what you like and what you love. If you don't like the portrayal of something, don't fucking watch it. If you're watching it and you don't like the portrayal of something, do a little bit of research first off to see what the universe is, how the universe was depicted, because exactly what Rogue said and a couple other people said. If you go back and you watch Clone Wars, you go back and you watch
the Clone Wars series. You watch that. By the time you get about midway of the entire season, you're introduced to the Mandalorians, and they have male and female armaments.
Yes, and there's even a lore behind it.
I know. It's like almost shocking. It's almost like they follow the fucking comic books. Wait, that's part of the lore too. Fuck me, Lucas. You madman. How dare you bring in gender into Star Wars?
But when you're somebody like Sarkeesian, okay,
Or
if
Hambley.
Anybody within those groups.
My point strictly is more regarding Sarkeesian. Because we wouldn't be complaining about somebody like her if it wasn't for the constant attempt for interjection of critical race theory and wokeness. Everything has to be inclusive. Bitch, it already was.
But
What
again,
the fuck are you trying to do?
We understand that. And the problem is something that both myself and Sparky are trying to point out, is that there's enough talking heads as it is, and to try to make this into a 10-minute, half-hour long YouTube rant doesn't help overall. It used to be just that shit showed up on Twitter, you make fun of it, you go away. Maybe somebody might have picked it up to make a little article that's no more than I don't know, a couple of paragraphs long. That should only be about 2 minutes in length if you read it, if you're lucky, and that's it. It should be an entire,
I'm not gonna sit here and I'm not gonna talk about Anita and her oh my god boob armor and shit like that for the next 3, 4, 5 days. I'm not gonna sit here and constantly rail on her. I'm gonna look at it as like, this is a dumb bitch. Get a fucking life. And, I would say my points about it and I'll move on. I'm not gonna sit here and go, oh my god, they're destroying the fucking culture. Oh my god, they're trying to change stuff. Oh my god, wokeness, all that stuff. I'm not gonna sit here and fucking do that shit. No. It's in the way I picture it is, alright, you got the franchise. Then underneath that franchise, you have the true fans that love that franchise, flaws and all.
Uh-huh.
And then from that franchise, you got a rope that's interwoven between it, going to one side. One side is the SJW side, and then the other side is the anti-SJW side. And both sides going back and forth, about this one franchise is destroying it for the fucking true fans, and it's bullshit.
Yeah, because technically, because of the whole narrative have been created, I ended up upping and just leaving the fandom as it was. And it's like going, yeah, no, I'm not interested. I don't care about the extended universe because they pretty much fucked it up. And from what they showed me on screen the first time they presented it to me, as a trailer, I'm going, yeah, no, it's the same like 4, 5, and 6. No, good. I've seen all of them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The Lucas, collection. I've read all the backstories of all the books and that, and I've gone through the whole, schmozzle on that. I'm like, I'm good. nice that you're trying to bring it into the next generation and that, but could you bring up some new material? And apparently, Lucas had new material that they could have worked on, yet they opted not to because it doesn't fit a woke narrative. And because of that woke narrative, created things like the Phantom Menace and a few other different things. So the anti-SJW was created out of, this whole search for feminism has to be in everything. And unfortunately, feminism doesn't have to be in everything.
And really, go back to the basics. Go back to A New Hope.
Actually, what they were actually going to do, which was kind of interesting, was they were going to continue on. Luke was going to be training a new set of Jedis, and Leia was going to recreate the New Republic, and
kind of like
they were going to be around with a new villain like Darth Maul, who wanted to create a new empire, but with the most villainous individuals available, because hey, there was a vacuum was open, and not only for the empire itself, but for all the criminal syndicates were missing, and he decided to play both. That would have been interesting.
Pretty much, kind of like the storyline of how Jedi Academy was going down. The game.
No, I know that would have been interesting.
It would have been interesting because Jedi Academy was a good game. It did follow that narrative. Luke did build Jedi Temple. He was in the middle of training some new Jedis. The Republic was getting back up and going. Leia was over that. Had some help from some people here and there, and some smuggling and stuff like that from Han Solo and all that other good shit. And there was a resurgence of Sith that was trying to take over and destroy it because, bringing back the Empire and shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And it was the same narrative as in, Jedi Academy. It was a good game. I loved the game. I would love to see it become either a series or a movie, but hey, we don't get that now.
No, we ended up with the shit show that Kathleen Kennedy decided to present us, and the shit show that J.J. Abrams had to refix for whatever reason. So it was a very bad mashup all the way around, and the only people I get to blame for that overall is the people that bought into the hype that this was going to be their greatest version of Star Wars ever, and we needed feminism in everything.
Yeah, bullshit. That's no. I haven't really dived down into the lore of like the extended universe, the novels, or the comic books, or anything like that. I went over a little bit of the comic books. I haven't really read them, but I've looked over previews and basically explanations of characters from the comic books tying back to the movies and the series, and it's real interesting how they did it. But if I gotta go with visual media, movies, shows, and stuff like that, when you cut right down to the chase, what they've done with, episodes 1 to 6, I know some people have some issues with episodes 1 to 3, but in my book, they're actually real good. My book.
They are decent.
They do stick to the storyline. They do stick to the depictions of how the characters were supposed to be. They added some stuff here and there. Yeah, it is what it is. But when you look at the 3 movies, and then you look at the Clone Wars series, and then you look at the Rebels series, and now you're looking at the Mandalorian that's coming out right now. All those movies and series combined make up a really good story point that has a lot of universe to dive into and a lot of assets to dig in from. I mean, I'm pretty sure that they can start off with Mandalorian. I believe if they wanted to pick every facet from the fucking Star Wars universe. You can have a fucking series of the Mandalorian, like One Piece. You really could.
Yeah, no. From what we've got so far, you have the Mandalorian War that happened, which is kind of within the extended universe. You have the ongoing clan battles for who is going to have the black saber, which is at this moment being held by a member of the Empire, or the default version of the Empire, the remnants of the Empire, which is again another aspect from the expanded universe, though told in a different way. The introduction of Thrawn, who was another person from the expanded universe, brought into Rebels to explain his character. Plus, he has some new books, which are awesome. But yeah, it seems like they keep diving into the expanded universe, even though Kathleen Kennedy and friends said it never existed. Lucas never brought us anything to fall back onto, and so we were going to strike everything down and recreate the way how we envisionise it.
Yeah, but
And
you know how the prophecy goes, right?
yeah,
You strike me down, I'll come back stronger than ever before. And that's
Yeah, I
exactly
know.
what's happening with the extended universe.
universe, yes, I know. But the weirder portions of it, or the best parts of it, would have been the dark times or the dark universe that they had for Star Wars, which kind of was in between episodes 5 and 6. So there's a little of underground sceniness happening, also leading into the shadows of the Empire kind of thing. Then you go in further down the road, you end up reintroducing Thrawn, who comes back from the other portion of the galaxy, the undiscovered portion of it, who comes back, realizes that the Empire kind of is fractured and he doesn't know why, and then he finds out through the grapevine that the Emperor is dead, so he comes back to take over that vacuum, which leads to his own demise. And then you end up with the Yuzhong Van, which is another farm of Force-ish plant creatures.
Anti-force, actually, because they
Force,
don't exist.
where
They don't really use.
they don't use it, but that's what the reason why I say Force-ish is that they don't use it, but the Force can't penetrate them. So they're like an anti-version of the Force. They're like the opposite side.
They're the equivalency of the little fucking slug things. I can't remember what they're called in the extended universe. And the only reason I spoke up about this is because I've played the Star Wars D&D 3.5 stuff. I've dealt with Yusei Fong. It is not a fun time.
No, and they do manipulate Force users for their own purposes, because they did that with one of the Sith agents, and she comes back in to manipulate the Solo twins.
I was gonna say,
it's
doesn't Thrawn end up going to over there to try to recruit them? If I remember right.
Actually, no.
It wasn't
Thrawn
Thrawn, it
was
was
sent
someone
out
else.
that way because the Emperor felt there was another power in the wild space that he could utilize to his advantage, or it was going to be a greater threat than his rebels that he had to deal with to his operation. And he wanted to, learn about them, either A, bring them into the fold, or B, destroy them outright. That was the reason of why Thrawn was sent back to wild space. Not only that, but to get rid of him because he was a blue face character with red eyes, and most of the Empire, who are mostly humans, didn't want him around.
Even though he was a tactical genius.
Yes, one of the top tier who went up the ranks very quickly, and the Emperor, really, when you look at it, he brought in some of his tactical best to him. And unfortunately, they do get killed off because of their hubrisness, but overall, they were geniuses.
And this could be, debated upon, but if Palpatine, the Emperor, really thought everything through and wanted something foolproof, if he would have brought Thrawn in, not just as a admiral, but as like a right-hand man to actually, oversee and look over some of these plans, the Empire could have been a lot more of a devastating force than what it was.
Well, the thing is he did bring in Thrawn as kind of like a right-hand man to the inner workings of the Empire, and according to the expanded universe legends, the Emperor really didn't like the factor that Thrawn was poo-pooing on the Death Star and thought it was a waste of material and finances to produce something like this when the Star Destroyers were more than enough to defeat the rebels and put everybody in line.
It
Which
was.
is another reason why he was sent away.
It was, but like I said, if Palpatine would have...
Was smarter and not taking his ego to the highest level, yes, I agree.
Yeah.
But
the
this
Empire
is what
would have been a
happens
much more devastating force because...
I know. And this is where
Franz got a point.
Well, again, that's where it comes down to the humorousness of the failures of the Empire, especially when you look at each one of their lead factors or lead rulers. Palpatine wanted to make sure that the Sith ruled everything, and that he would outlive the rule of two for the most part. And he kept the greatest out of his army, being Darth Vader or Anakin Skywalker, on a leash by giving him kind of the worst pieces of equipment, which also in turn made him the most ruthless Sith agent or Sith Lord, hands down, in comparative to the entire lineage outside of Bane.
And
so
you got a point on that one because, I mean, Palpatine wanted Skywalker for his remarkable skill and strength for the Force, but at the end of the day, the way he ended up getting it, he also limited him too.
Yes.
But that in turn also made him more powerful also.
Correct.
With the Force. He might have lost his unique and really skilled saber fighting techniques, movement, and athleticism, but he also gained significant power with the Force because of his limitations too.
Correct. And then you have people like Grand Moff Tarkin, who, again, a genius in his own right, but also very strategic and cunning. And again, taken down by his own hubrisness, believing that the Death Star was the ultimate machine that could never be defeated or destroyed.
Well, let's be honest. Whenever the plans for the Death Star did come out, it was. And
True.
there was no faults with the plans as they came out. It was because of an insider that designed the fault.
Mm-hmm.
What was his name? I can't remember his name now.
Are we talking about the original designer or the expanded, or should say the new?
He wasn't
Star
the
Wars.
designer. He wasn't the designer of the actual Death Star, but he was the one in charge of the construction of the super laser.
Okay.
And it was expanded upon in Rogue One.
Well,
now, what if you want to look at that as canon or not? The way they explained it,
and that's where it kind of, because realistically, Genosians are the ones that kind of created the Death Star. If you look at it that way, and they're the ones that kind of created a small flaw, which is big enough for a Genosian to go in and out of tight little spaces and that.
Yeah,
it basically was meant for their species as a battle moon.
It was, but there was also issues with the super laser too, because the way the original super laser was designed, it was designed to use one massive, gigantic kyber crystal. It was the issue.
Yeah, that is.
You couldn't find them, so they had to redesign the actual laser from scratch to use smaller kyber crystals.
Yeah, which now happens to be on every Super Star Destroyer. in the Sith known universe, which
Mhm.
happens to be like one planet that no one's really kind of seen in a long time, and somehow has enough materials to create this. But regardless, I'm getting a little too far ahead. From Rogue One, are talking about her father.
Yeah, her father.
Chick's father.
I can't remember his name.
That's how relevant the new version of Star Wars is.
No, it's not about relevancy. It's the fact that
No,
I've
no,
only
it's
watched.
the fact
It's
that remembering people's or certain people's names that were part of the actual historical timeline for this version of Star Wars is kind of hard.
no, time out. No. Hang on. I've only watched the movie once. I remember key details, but names and specifics I don't remember unless I watch multiple times. And it's Galen Erso. It just came.
Yeah.
It just popped up in my head. No,
Yeah.
for me, it's not a matter of relevancy. It's a fact of I just don't remember.
Yeah, Caitlin. Yeah. I also acted very well by Mads. Unfortunately, for that particular movie, it should have had the compilation book done in live, so we have a better understanding for the two. And it should have been more of a two-parter because realistically, trying to get Jean Urso figured out was difficult, and her just wanting to find her dad was just kind of vague at best until you get later into it. And then you get a little synapse of her actual legit backstory, and you kind of go, well, I would like to know more of that than her trying to create the band of brothers here.
The setup was lackluster. I will admit that. The way they came from the start of the movie to the end of the movie, the in between was. You can tell that they were trying to get the movie done. You can tell that they were trying to. They had a specific point they wanted to tell, and the one specific point they wanted to tell was, how did the rebels get a hold of the plans for the Death Star? And that was the synapse that they wanted to go with. And be damned anything else that came in between.
Yeah, no, even though it was kind of put in the crawl for episode 4.
Mm-hmm.
Who cares?
And they wanted more cool scenes with Vader too.
No, well, not just that, but you actually had some pretty good cool scenes with that Donnie Yen, so what do I know? Donnie Yen was really good in Rogue One. I'd want to see more on Donnie Yen and his little sidekick there. I want to know more about their story.
Do you want to know what I would want to watch? They came out and they made a short movie or a short series called The Bothans.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Telling about how the Bothan spies infiltrated the Empire to get the new technical data plans and readouts of the new improved Death Star.
Yeah, no. Again, that there's a lot of stories that they could have utilized instead of having to go deep into the crawl of episode 4 and kind of go, oh, this one little area. We're going to make an entire movie just based off of this little bit of the crawl that no one really cared about.
Yeah. Well, there's another thing that you can do too, and that's between New Hope and Empire Strikes Back. Okay, because well, and I know they explained it in the crawl. They gave us slight synapse, but and I think you know where I'm going with this. But from New Hope to Empire Strikes Back. At the end of New Hope, they've blown up the Death Star. Everyone's back on Yavin 3, and everyone's celebrating. You know, Luke, Han, and Chewie all get a medal and all this other good shit.
Chewie never got a medal.
Well, no, Chewie never did get a medal. You're right on that one. Luke, he should have got a medal.
He should have gotten a medal, but he never got one.
He should have, yeah. But anyways, at the end of that, and then when you start up on Empire Strikes Back, it's okay. they're on some remote ice planet. They're hiding from the Empire now. And it's like, what happened to the base they had? Why are they
Yeah,
after
no,
him?
Hoth and that, yeah.
Why does Darth Vader know about Luke Skywalker?
Well, that would be a lot more interesting because that would right there. It wasn't really properly explained in the call. It was his minor shit that happened. Hoth was mentioned and so on and so forth. Blah blah blah. But realistically, yeah, they could have done a bit more on the build for the in between parts.
Yeah.
Because again, there's about 6 years between the Death Star blowing up and them trying to rebuild the Death Star 2.
Yeah. And that's another thing that could be explained too. Why did it take 20 years to build the first Death Star, but yet the second Death Star, there's like 6 years in between, and they damn near got the whole thing built, and it's twice the fucking size.
You know how it is when you make something.
I know.
You usually improve on certain areas, but you try to make it a bit smaller, form fitting, because you got new tech in that. They decide to go large for some reason.
Well, clearly, the Empire's compensating for something.
Definitely, the Emperor is definitely compensating for a lot of
here's my question too. They were having a hell of a fucking time, especially with the rebels, because the rebels was destroying shipments of fucking kyber crystals to be able to complete the first Death Star.
I know.
And it was a really, really, really rare substance to come across. It's like, okay, it took them 20 years to scratch and scrape together everything to build the first one. When the first one blew up, well, you pretty much got to assume everything on that thing got obliterated. I'm pretty sure that even the kyber crystals out there blew up, because it's probably what blew up but took the thing out. But
Yeah,
but it's like, how in the fuck did they find the kyber crystals to power that?
It could be the factor that they might have made a synthetic version of it.
And that's another thing too. Because Kylo Ren's lightsaber was also a synthetic kyber crystal, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, he's got a fractured version of it.
Yeah.
He's got a broken version. Henceforth, why it's all sputtery and that crackles and shit like that.
But
I know that Darth Vader has. I know Darth Vader doesn't have according to canon, he does not have a synthetic version of the kyber crystal. His is an actual red kyber crystal.
Vader's?
Yes. The red kyber crystal does exist. It's very rare. I mean, like super, super rare. And it's slightly weaker than its other brethrens, but it does react to the Force better than the other ones do.
Well, I think there's even a comic book kind of explaining how Vader got his kyber crystal, and it's basically he forced a kyber crystal to change red.
Yeah,
that's how it was.
Part of the comic book continuity, yeah.
Because I remember reading something about that in one of the comic books, and it was a really agonizing, intense experience for Vader to make that crystal. And in the midst of making that crystal, he about flipped back to the good side.
Mm-hmm. But well, you also have the lineage of Darth Vader coming in with the pristine white version of his suit. Then there was another variant in the comic books where he was about to rebuild his entire suit in secret from the ground up, but moving his body from the old suit into the new suit might actually kill him. So yeah, there's always been a little play around with the continuity of Vader. But yeah, as a character, he's proven to be one of the stronger Jedi or Sith lords out there. And I can see why Palpatine tried to keep him at hand's reach.
Yeah, that too. And that also kind of brings me back up to Rogue One. Of one key critical detail that they kind of overlooked whenever it went to, showing Darth Vader in his castle and stuff like that, because it's been stated, and it's really well driven into canon at this point, he can't leave his suit for nothing. He has to stay within that suit or he dies.
Well,
but
it's
yet
an
they
iron
show
lung, yeah.
him in a back to tank.
Well, the back to tank it does happen because of the factor that he is hooked up to an auctioneering machine, and he needs to have his suit cleaned every now and then, and recalibrated up to a certain point. So yeah,
Yes.
it does happen. Henceforth he's out of the suit for a very small period of time, not long enough for
Like a refitment.
yeah. So, and that's where it is. He gets pulled out, cleaned up, put back in, and having him be put into a brand new stabilizing suit for that period of time, the way how he's already designed right now, he would need to be recalibrated up to a higher level, and the amount of pain that he'd have to go through would probably kill him, or it
Mhm.
would. We don't know for sure, but who knows?
Yeah, we never dove into that much.
Yeah. No, but we do know that he does get cleaned off and put back into the original suit multiple different times, as well as the helmet itself is removable, so that again he gets the put into like almost like a giant stasis cube for recharging of batteries and shit like that.
Well, we do know, and especially in the movies, he does have a specialized
Chamber, yeah.
chamber where he can go into where he can take his helmet and stuff off.
Mhm. So, yeah, I mean, and that's something that we have going forward with information wise. So you can only speculate after that
Yeah.
what they can possibly do. But unfortunately for the extended Lucas filmed universe for Star Wars, it becomes a complete shit show.
Yeah. But, I mean, bringing stuff up, there's a lot of stuff they can dive into and use. What was it?
Well,
Some of the
it's
old
also the
games.
reason why we have the Mandalorian. It is giving them an opportunity to retcon a lot of different things from their Disney expanded universe
Well,
and bring it back to.
I'm thinking of one of the games. There's actually 2 Star Wars games I played. I can't remember the name of them, but it revolved around the character's name was Kyle, and I can't remember his full fucking name. But there was some good.
Jedi
Huh?
Outcast?
Yeah, I was gonna say Outcast.
I don't. Maybe it was. I can't remember.
Because the only other game I can think of is Fallen Order, and that was a game that just came out recently.
No. These are not new games. These are games that came out like in the late
Okay.
90s, early 2000s.
So the only other one I can think of is KOTOR, but that's not it.
It wasn't. I don't believe it was Outcast. It might have been Outcasts. I don't know.
Yeah, you said the feature. Yeah, it's Dark
Cal
Forces
Katarn.
2 following the return. Yeah, it'd be the Jedi
Jedi Knight.
Outcast. Jedi Knight Outcast. That's follows Kyle. Yeah.
Yeah. Two games I played was Jedi Knight Dark Forces and Star Wars Dark Forces. Those are the
Kyle
2
Katarn.
names I remember. Yeah. I remember specifically playing Dark Forces 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they were really, really good games. Now I know it went from that to Jedi Knight to Outcast to Jedi Knight Jedi Academy, I think.
Yeah, they eventually had the Jedi Academy.
Yeah, the Jedi Academy I remember because I remember playing through a couple levels of that game with I believe I mentioned them not a long time ago, but it was like 2 weeks ago. I was talking about a sister, and his sister's got some really stupid, rules about first-person shooter games. But it's like her brother, me and him were big Star Wars fans, and he had all these games. So
basically, what you're admitting to is you're a Star Wars nerd.
yeah, I am. And He
I'm
had
saying
he had several PC games, and we would do it like this. I had games he wanted to play. He had games I wanted to play. So we would go through, and I let him borrow a couple of my games, and he let me borrow a couple of his games. We'd go through and play them. I install on the computer, play the game, get done with it, or get to a point where I'm done playing this game now. Give him back the game. He'll give me back the game I let him borrow, and swap out for more games.
uh-huh.
And that was a cool thing that we did until we got to the point of the system I was playing on couldn't handle the games that he was playing, and I couldn't play no more.
Oh,
Because my mom didn't believe in upgrading.
it's fine. It's one of those things. Parents look at going upgrade.
I can
no,
play
that's
them
gonna cost
now.
money.
I can play
I know,
them now.
but
It's on Steam.
I know, but back in the time frame when parents were facing with money to buy a new computer or money to buy food, pay rent, and a few other things, that new computer is like, yeah, you don't need it.
Oh no, it wasn't that. It was for the fact that my mom had we had a friend, and I always played chess with him, and him and my mom are even are good friends to this day. He's he was with the Air Force, and I'll go over every now and then and role play a couple games of chess. He is one of the only people that I've seen beat somebody in 3 moves.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's possible, but it requires your opponent to move certain pieces in certain orders.
Yeah, no, you have to pay attention to what they're doing.
Yeah, but he ended up beating me in 3 moves one time, and I beat him in a game of chess once. I think he let me win.
Yeah, well, that's good.
But he's one of those that is like, hey, let's play Command and Conquer. And the way he's got all his computers in the house set up, he has like 5-6 computers in his house because he builds computers for fun. And they're all networked together. So I was in one room on the computer and we were playing Command and Conquer. He was in another room, and it's like, we have 15 minutes to get everything done. Once we get everything done, that's when we move into attack. Okay. Well, I played Command and Conquer maybe a few times. I know the basis of it. It's a strategy game. And, basically, you command an army and conquer the other side.
EDI versus the Brotherhood of Nod.
Pretty much. But, so we'll say I'm playing, and I'm looking at the clock, and we got 15 minutes. I think I'm doing good. Okay, it's time to attack. So I'm getting everything together, getting ready, getting all my forces ready to attack. I think I have about maybe 100, 200 plus infantry, couple armored units, couple aerial units, stuff like that. I've got a pretty good force. He comes at me with about 1,500 fucking infantries, about 400 fucking tank divisions, and about 6 battalions of fucking aircrafts. Yeah, he wiped me out in about 30 seconds.
Yeah, no.
He was teasing you.
Kaboom!
Yeah, I was gonna say, if anybody tells you give you 15 minutes in a strategy game, they know what the fuck they're doing.
Yeah, no. all they need is about 10 in order to have.
I never seen him play. I know he plays. I know he likes the game and stuff like that, but I never really seen him play.
That's like telling me. That's like you telling me, "Hey, I'm gonna play you in Smash Brothers. Give me 5 minutes to learn the controls."
Oh, no. That's no. Stolen. I got the perfect fucking analogy for this. This is like Antoine challenging you to a race in Mega Man 3, and you go, well, can we play another game afterwards? And you keep playing.
Yay! Clap.
Oh no! All right. So, have you seen that stream, Pin? Or you heard of it? Okay. All right. So, all right. Here's the thing. Me and Solomon doing Sparky and Solomon, and we just got done airing Mega Man 3. And Mega Man 3 is a game that Antoine really loves. That's the game he grew up on, so he knows the game pretty well. Mega Man 3 is one of the longest Mega Man games until you get up into about Mega Man 4 or 5, and then they start getting convoluted. But you basically got about 6. You got 22 boss battles in this game, give or take, and basically 16 robot masters. Because you actually fight the robot masters from the last game, basically in different versions. So I don't know why he did it. I don't know why he came forth and offered the challenge, but it's like Antoine just comes out and is like, I challenged Starwind to a race in Mega Man 3. The first one to beat the game wins. Okay. Fine. And we got together and we planned this out for a time and date. We got time and date set up. And Antoine did a couple streams on his channel, playing for the game, trying to get good and fast at it. Starwind does a couple
fast.
Starwind does a couple places in the game that he was trying to brush up on. So we started going through and playing this game, and it's pretty much even. Starwind's ahead and Matt's ahead. Starwind's ahead and Matt's ahead. We ended up having controller issues, and I think we lost down
Twice.
Yeah,
it happened twice.
Yeah, we had controller issues. It happened 2 times.
I remember where.
Yeah, but anyways, we got through playing, and then Matt ended up having some issues and stuff like that. Basically, at the end of the game, me and Solomon were contemplating what we should do. And one of the 2 things that we had planned to do was either play the song from Parental Flaws, which was the game over music from.
Quite as good as everyone else who plays it. And it's basically like a 3-minute parading song.
Yeah, it's pretty much a fuck you song. You died. You lost. I think I played it for you guys a couple of times. But one of the 2 options was to do that. Or once we got done, say we got done, and then have Matt continue on playing. Because we figured he'd be a good sport about it, whatever. And we wasn't trying to rub his nose in it, but we were kind of trying to rub his nose in it. Because he was very, very cocky.
Yeah. You can't make contradictory statements like that. We weren't trying, but we were.
He was very cocky.
It was not my idea to do it. Sparky pushed me to do it.
It was my idea to do it, but that's because he was being very cocky about it. And if it wasn't for the fact that he was being very cocky about wanting to play this game...
It doesn't matter if he was cocky or not. Just don't make contradictory statements like we weren't trying, but we were. Just say we were totally doing it because he was being cocky.
Well, I wasn't...
He was being a pissant, so we decided to piss on his parade.
Pretty much. Because, he still was like in the... And
just got to Wily Castle.
He just got to Riley Castle and we beat it. So the plan was, as we told Matt, continue playing and see how long this takes. Well, while he was continuing playing, we booted up Mega Man 2, and we wanted to see if he could beat Mega Man 2 before he can finish Mega Man 3.
Uh-huh.
I got through a boss.
Nice.
And he decided not to play no more.
Nah, he got pretty mad about it, which is understandable. Although there was one person in chat who absolutely loved it. Do you remember who that was, Sparky?
Yeah, it was a lo-fi.
Yep.
But yeah, it was funny. I liked it. I apologize later on. I figured he'd be more of a fucking better sport about it, but
no, you're talking about the wrong person.
Well, can I bring up something then?
Is it tasty?
I'm hungry now. Thanks a lot.
Depending on how you see it, Rogue, you and I started a new series this week, didn't we?
Yes, we did, and
well,
it was glorious.
You,
you picked it, though.
Yes, unbeknowingly, and I know that's not a word. I don't care. Shut up.
I love the word unbeknownstly.
Unbeknowingly.
Regardless, it's a plural. Unbeknownst. Yes.
Multiple things what the fuck at the same time.
Yeah, I know. I mean, you can pretty much you can be the Jeff Bezos of potential words.
Yes. Anyways, what the Man in the High Castle? We
Correct.
ended up starting to watch on. Actually, it's going to be an ongoing thing.
Yes.
Every Wednesday,
Mhm.
we're gonna watch the next episode. We just completed episode 1 of season 1, and God damn it, I guess I'm hooked. I've actually had to like slap my own hand, Rogue, because I've been tempted just to continue watching. I'm like,
I
nope,
know.
nope.
I'm actually going to be adding in, because it's an hour long. I want to add in one anime program to it as a follow up to the actual show.
As
yes.
wait a minute. So like, it's gonna be the hour-long show plus
another half
anime
hour.
ender.
Yeah.
Which
Or it's going to be the anime to lead up to the actual. I have an anime in question already. You don't get to pick it. I've picked it for you. You'll love it.
Okay.
Okay. It will lead up to the show itself. It's going to be very interesting and very glorious. Mwah.
Hey, what happened to the members log of GNF?
The what?
The members log.
Oh, the members log in?
No, what depicts the members of GNF?
We.
Oh, you mean the actual participants of?
Yeah. We don't have that anymore.
We have to. Well, we don't have it anymore only because it hasn't been added back in on the current site. We were kind of focusing on one thing at a time.
I've been focusing, adding in the articles and that, and making sure that the GNF side has its ongoing news and other information, plus whatever games that I've played through.
Yeah. So once again, it falls onto me to add it, but it hasn't been a priority, so don't get your panties in a bunch.
I was asking.
Well, no, we removed that a while back, because when I switched over from Wix to Squarespace. I
know that's not a plug, so
for the website, we ended up losing a few things on the Wix side, so we have to reproduce it on the Squarespace side.
Okay.
Yeah. So in the meantime, in between time, I just found out that I do have the ability to put up certain movies on the GNF.com. In a roundabout way. So yeah, you're going to be being introduced to a lot of the Rogue's YouTube cinematics that we have on my YouTube channel that has almost 2,000 people who harass me. Actually, more or less glorifying the fact that I gave them some of their classics and things that they haven't seen in a long time. So nostalgia. So I'm going to be piping that in currently, but if you do go over our movie link, you'll see Kaiju as a first movie, and it actually does have the Gappa, the monsters. So that is your very first Kaiju movie that I was able to bring over.
Yeah, I was seeing that in the movie section. It says Kaiju.
Yes. Yeah, I'll be adding more to it. I just wanted to see if it actually worked, and it works. But being distracted with work and then articles and other things. So
yeah,
you got a nice little distractions portion of your Discord too. Not Discord, site.
Oh yeah, no.
I mean, if you want to head over to our Discord too, we have plenty of distractions over there as well.
Yeah, check out Sparky's Electric Boogaloo.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh my god. I need more coffee for this shit.
Yeah. Well, anyway, are you excited that CNN is going up for grabs?
Yes and no, because I know that there's going to be a culling if and when it does sell, but at the same time, it depends on who actually gets culled, because they could just end up duplicating their levels of shit.
They could, or they could just, take in CNN, distribute the stuff they can use from CNN, and then scuttle the rest. Well, like a lot
As
of
in
major corporate.
as in like an informal dissolving, like they buy up all the assets and then dismiss the personnel.
Yeah,
Well, no, not only that.
that's one way of doing it.
Well, all right. So, like, with I used to work for a company. It was actually my first job starting out was with Contract Freighters Incorporated, or CFI. And CFI was a family-owned big trucking company. Started back in the 70s and grew very big until the mid 2000s. Well, and it was a really well-known name. So, Penn, I don't know if you ever, a long time ago looked around and you seen trucks that had CFI on it, Contract Freighters Incorporated. But they were a really major trucking company that went from coast to coast in USA. Well, the year I hired in with them is also the year they sold out. They ended up selling out to a company called Conway Truckload. And basically, the way it was described to us, it was just a buyout. They just bought the name and it's still got BCFI and stuff like that. Well, it was one of those major buyouts and stuff like that. I really didn't trust it. So I was like, maybe it's time to find a different place to call my job. So I ended up finding a dealership and actually started working at a dealership instead of just doing, basic maintenance on trucks and shit like that. It was about a year or so after that, they completely dissolved CFI. So basically what Conway did is they came in, they bought CFI. They took all the assets that they can use, the shipping locations, the truck shops, the vehicles themselves, and then basically changed the branding, changed the logo. Anything CFI went out the door, and then brought in everything Conway Truckload. And basically, CFI was liquidated. And Conway used the assets from CFI to basically run and further their own venture. That's what I'm hoping will happen to CNN. Somebody come in, buy it, take what they need, take what they can use, and then the rest of it, well, CNN's no more. CNN goes bye-bye, and they use the assets for their own ventures.
But we'll keep in mind when you're looking at AT&T, they actually are focusing on the Warner Brother media aspect of it. So HBO Max will be their flagship going forward, which is why they want to bring back certain shows that might have been canceled for whatever reason. For example, the Venture Brothers being one good example there. They are planning to bring that back to HBO Max.
Wait,
Wow.
as in, wait a minute, wait.
As in the controversial Venture Brothers?
Yes.
As in, not only bring it back, but potentially new seasons because they stopped?
Yeah.
Because... Ooh,
Rumor
okay.
has it that they want to bring that back. Now, whether it belongs under HBO Max permanent or may get loaned out to like places like Hulu, Netflix, or whatever to continue producing materials which will bring revenue to them, like Marvel did when they first started loaning out a lot of their superheroes. Like Sony got Spider-Man, and Universal has the Incredible Hulk and whatever. That's one situation. The other situation is to bring back some of their franchise that were big and popular back under the HBO Max streaming service.
Nice.
Which seems to be what the new director is thinking about.
Nice. I can get behind that. Even though I didn't really like Venture Brothers because it was just way too out there for me. And same with shows like Metalocalypse.
Well,
and
it was
other
supposed to be a
ones.
Johnny Quest ripoff, so
Yeah, it's a big giant.
I
Johnny Quest.
know
I love
this.
the fuck out of Johnny Quest.
yeah, no. So
Well,
Killer, he's the guy that's is doing the cleanup and making a lot of unique decisions. So he's already scrapped a lot of teams that he had under the Warner Media AT&T acquisitions. and he's still cleaning.
Wow.
And this CNN acquisition could be one of the biggest ones that they can sell off, because it's got a lot of moving parts that really HBO Max, which again will be their flagship, won't need. It won't need a news division if they're going solely in media entertainments.
It won't need political narratives.
Correct, because again, they're going to go into that focal of Warner Brother Media Entertainments.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm going to cut in here real quick and Stalwin, just because you said that.
Yeah, no, it's good. I like that.
I think Sparky's gonna need a new intro soon. Probably something a little more condescending than what you just gave him.
Why?
Because it would be fun.
Only if you get the same treatment.
Funnier.
Hey, that would be a price I'm willing to pay.
Oh yeah, for my suffering, I see how it is.
Okay, so Rogue, note to self: her intro has something to do with a confetti cannon.
Yeah, no, it can be done. I'll just talk to Jim X.
Sure, go ahead.
She says that now.
I'm in space. I can't hear you.
Yeah, she says that now.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to hear somebody screaming in space.
All I have to do is sit there and say Pinkie Pie, and everybody gets the reference.
What?
The only reason I get that reference is because Weird Al showed up in that show once. He actually showed up in that Teen Titans Go as well. That abomination.
You know, I will say this much: I wouldn't mind having something condescending, something funny targeted towards me, as long as you do something that's actually legit too. How's that?
Wait a minute. Rogue hasn't done anything that's not legit yet. He has his reasons. Having known Rogue as long as I do, everything he does has a reason and has some kind of legit point to it. As in, it's one of those things that it's technically correct, even if you could twist it, but it's still technically correct.
I know.
love twisting things, like twisting the blade deeper into your heart.
Correct. The best
Yes.
kind.
Yes.
Quote Futurama.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah.
Good news, everybody. You're all going to die.
While technically correct, I guess the question would be how and when.
That's for us to figure out, and if you put your finger into the death clock, you'll know when.
Well, we do have a supposed new lockdown come into play, so if that does happen, we'll have plenty of time.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Aw, but I've already watched like 90% of what's on Team 4-Star right now. That first week I was off, I sat and binge watched the entirety of Dragon Ball Z Abridged. The entire thing.
Hey, Sparky, I'm going to send you
what?
something. If you want to put it on screen, you can.
Oh god, it's another nude. I don't know how many times we've told you, this is how we get Sparky banned.
Jesus Christ, Pin, put some clothes on. Fuck.
I know I'm no.
I understand we're like an 18 and above kind of programming here, but even we have a degree of standards.
But no, I've been watching that Final Fantasy VII Abridged. Oh my god, it is fucking hilarious.
Yeah,
fuck up.
I'll give it that.
Don't fuck up.
It picks up midway. It has some really good moments.
What did I tell you, Sparky? Don't fuck up.
Yeah.
He fucked up.
Yeah, that's, I wanted to kind of continue watching that, but Gen Max kind of turned me off on it.
No, Gen Max turns a lot of people off a lot of different things. That's why his wife. That's why his wife yells at him a lot.
That's the scary thing. I know.
Rogue, that is so mean.
But
It's
true.
a technicality, yes, but it's so mean.
It's very true, and unfortunately, the brutality of truth happens to be.
Train wreck theory. You don't want to stare, but you can't look away.
Yes, that is very true.
I do like this meme. If you voted for the other guy, unfriend me now. This country is so divided.
Pretty much.
But no,
Well,
I
Go ahead. Go ahead.
COVID did make me
No,
do it.
go ahead.
I knew somebody in college that acted like Aerith in the abridged version of Final Fantasy VII.
All right.
I knew somebody like that. She would be the kind of person who said she lost her virginity, reached down, pick up her phone. Oh, I found it. Oh yeah, no, like not even hesitant about it.
Oh God.
So she carried a. Never mind. I'm not even gonna go there.
Yeah. You got it right.
I'm not even gonna go there.
I'll put it this way: she played three different characters. She played one character with three different personalities in D&D.
I've let's put it this way. I think we've all come across women, even in our teenage years, that just purposely goes out of the way just to fuck with us.
I'll back that one 100%.
Yeah.
So, actually, this reminds me of a question I was going to ask Stolen. So, how has this affected your game
Okay.
with, you know, the D&D
what he's saying right now? He never had game before, and he doesn't have game now.
You realize I'm playing Destiny 2 right now, right? I mean, Discord's not gonna.
I'm talking about your D&D
I know
game.
you're talking about D&D. I'm fully aware. Oh yeah, it's no game last week or this week, but we'll have game next week, so I ain't too worried about it.
Do you sit down at a table with masks on to play the game?
Sparky, how long did you play the one session with me for like almost a year and a half?
I'm just asking.
No. Are you daft, man? Can't breathe in those things.
Are you daft? He says.
Are you daft, man?
I kind of so let me get this because I pretty much know what Leviticus I know what Leviticus Vladal, whichever one you want to go by. I pretty much know what his mentality is. It's stupid, it's condescending, it doesn't do a thing. Sit down and just play the damn game. Am I kind of correct on that one? And he died.
Well, I mean, he does
he's-
have COVID.
You also have to remember that Leviticus, one of his kids, is a high risk. Remember the littlest one?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, she's like, she's technically the reason he's a germaphobe of sorts.
Okay.
He's worried. You know which one I'm talking about.
I know which one you're talking about, but I'm also saying I'm saying him pretty much already know how he is though.
Yeah.
Because I know for a fact that he knows that these masks don't do a damn thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he'll sanitize the house, he'll sanitize himself, if you're sick, don't come over and stuff like that. I know that's how he is, but when it comes down to it, it's like, if you're not sick and everything's all good, it's like, why the damn mask?
I don't know, that's just how he is though.
Anyways, more topics.
Hey! Oh yeah, speaking of games, Sparky, I did beat DLC like 2 nights ago. Well, let me think. When did it come out? It came out last week, and I had it beat by Thursday night.
Destiny.
Well, the Beyond Light, yeah, the new stuff.
I'm still yet to play Destiny. I probably don't want to. There's just so much to it.
Well, now that they've removed because they had, let me think here, Earth, Europa, or not Europa, Nessus, Io, Titan, Mars, Mercury. They removed like 90% of those. There's only like 3 planets right now. So they trimmed a lot of the fat. Let's say that.
Well, I know this much. I really wish that I can get on my Xbox 360 and get onto the Xbox network and actually play competitive with Halo 3. I want to do that, but I know I can't.
Just tag me in. I got you back.
Well, you can't even play player to player.
Correct.
The only way you can play that is if you play the player in the same house with 4 controllers.
OG multiplayer back in the
Yeah.
day. goddammit.
OG multi. That's the only way you can do it because I know the servers for Halo 3 are technically down.
Not necessarily. That's why they invented the Master Chief Collection. But then again, that's got the biggest. Yeah. It's got a lot of problems with it. Considering that you just added Halo 4 to it.
Yeah. I think the last game for Halo I played is like Halo 4.
I didn't like Halo 4, really.
The last game I played was Halo 4. I wanted to play Halo 5. I liked a little bit what the story was with Halo 5. I liked the fact that they got what's his name? I can't remember his fucking name.
Firefly.
Yes, him.
He played Cade 6 in Destiny.
Yes.
Pissed me off when they killed him off.
I can't remember his name.
Oh,
Nathan Fillion.
Yeah, Nathan Fillion.
Yeah, I like the fact that they got Nathan Fillion to play it, and a lot of people. This is what surprised me about a lot of people. A lot of people were surprised. Oh my god, how did they get Nathan Fillion to play in Fallout 5? It's like, well, you probably don't know this. Then he played in ODST.
Yep.
He was one of the characters you played with.
Hutch.
Yeah,
He
Hutch.
was one of the normal. Yeah, Hutch.
He was an He was an ODST.
Orbital Drug Shop Trooper.
Yeah, and then he got introduced into the what was it, the Spartan 6 program, I think.
Spartan 6, yeah.
And he got turned into one of the new gen Spartans because it was a lot safer technology to enhance people than how the original Spartan program was.
Yeah.
And I'm saying it goes like, oh my god, they got Nathan Fillion to go in Fallout 5, and it's like, you haven't played this franchise enough, have you?
Halo 5. You keep saying Fallout.
Yeah, he does keep saying Fallout. I was quite interested.
Halo 5, I'm
Thank
sorry.
you.
I was looking forward to
wondering how that
Fallout
was
5.
going to go on. It was driving me.
No. You let it go. You just keep it going, and then wait until somebody, like the audience there. Like,
Well, technically there's a Halo 5. It's just not called Halo 5. Oh, no.
Fallout.
Fallout 5! Fuck!
Ba-da-bum.
Shut up. Technically, there is a Fallout 5. They just don't name it Fallout 5.
Fallout Tactics, yeah.
No. 76.
no,
Talk about that.
that's the reason why they call it 76.
It's because they, yeah. Anyways, but
I am not a boomer. Damn it.
It's not just. I was gonna say it's not just Nathan Fillion being in Halo. In ODST, Destiny was teased. It was like one fucking poster in an area. If you saw it, you knew it. Because it was literally, it said "Become Destiny," the tagline for the Destiny game from D1.
Yeah, because I think that was like one of the few games in the Halo franchise was technically Halo 3, but ODST. It was. You played it at the same time frame as Halo 3 was being played out, and this was before and there was before and during the events of Halo 3, because midway through it was the you ended up having to do the a mission in Africa, basically in the town. In the town, defending the town against the Covenant.
Yep.
At the same time, in Halo 3, you're trying to make your way to the, what was it, the Ark? Yeah, it was the Ark. To get to the, oh, fuck,
Truth and Reconciliation, I believe.
No, that's Covenant.
No, that's
No, I can't remember. I can't remember if the Ark was the spaceship on Earth to take you to the Ark, or was it the? I can't remember the fucking name of the place. I can't remember the name of the place where the rings were made. The control hub for the rings.
Oh, fuck. Actually, I think it was Truth. No, wasn't
You know,
that was the Covenant ship.
reconciliation, truth. That's
Truth and
all.
reconciliation.
That's all. That all has to do with the covenant because
Yeah,
that's the High
Covenant-
Prophet's
that's the Covenant
names.
mothership. Yeah.
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 Truth and reconciliation was the mothership of the covenant. I
Yeah,
believe.
the Covenant high ship.
Yeah, I'm talking about the actual. I actually think it was the Ark where the rings were created, the gigantic ass orbital station that made the rings and controlled them all. Because in Halo 3, they thought that ship was the Ark, but it was a ship that went to the Ark. So, and we probably lost everyone.
Oh yeah, I would not be surprised. It wouldn't be the first time.
I was lost a long time ago.
Yeah, well, we know this. I'm just talking about Rogue because Rogue has been very, very quiet.
That's because Rogue left while you guys were talking about Halo.
That's kind of what I thought.
Yeah. I mean, and Halo is one of those games that it's meh to a lot of people.
Yeah, but it's also better than Call of Duty, which pumps out a new game every year.
It is.
And I can say that because I've done both. I've played both.
Boy.
You can't say anything with World of Warcraft, Pin.
Yeah, I've got buddies that play World of Warcraft, and I can fake my way through a conversation about it. I've done it multiple times.
So Horde or Alliance?
Yeah.
Depends.
The games I play are very
Kill all the pandas.
niche.
Kill all the fucking pandas.
Kill all of them.
So, does anyone else have any other topics to talk about, bring up, discuss?
At the moment, no.
Well, it depends on the topics. I mean, you go into the entertainment field. You have James Bond. The movie is supposed to come out sometime next year.
Yeah. We do have one person in chat. Hey y'all, you get to be my right to walk podcast from me on, so we can't let him down. We are his entertainment for the next 30 minutes.
We will let him down. Sorry. I'm just letting you know now. Putting all the faith into this little ragtag of misfits. Worst idea ever. You might want to go to Joe Rogan. He's a lot more entertaining and he's a bit more professional.
Oh, wow.
But as for us, we just sit back, relax, and just talk about shit.
I don't know if Sparky would do weed on the air though. He might.
Might.
Yeah, might.
Yeah.
It depends if Captain Hook switches out his cigarettes or not. And
True.
Chance doesn't get to him first.
Mm-hmm.
It would actually be kind of funny. I kind of want to see that.
Oh my god! Oh, you gotta explain when you came down here for the first time. So for the first time he ever got to come down and see my new house, I wasn't home.
What a lovely introduction to your house.
Yeah.
Right?
Sorry, Sparky's not here at the moment, but did you want to fill in?
Starwin can.
Wait, what? What am I filling in? I don't want to fill anything in.
When you came down to my house for the first time in Miami.
Oh, and the fact that Captain Hook basically had to corral Chance, and that wasn't working. Well, considering the dog is taller than her when it stands up on its hind legs.
Alright, so I got to watch this firsthand because we got this nifty little security system. It has a camera on the doorbell and a camera outside. And just watching the camera feed on the doorbell was fucking hilarious. I think it took them about 45 seconds to a minute and a half to actually get in the front door. Because that's just the way Chance is.
Oh, yeah. And he hadn't seen me for a long time.
Well, that happens. It's like, oh my god, I think I know you.
Yeah, exactly. You smell familiar.
Let me taste you so I know for sure. Could you turn around? I need to sniff your ass.
Jesus Christ.
Da, 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 da.
Pretty much. It's generally what happens. The moment they give you a good sniff, it's like, yeah, I know you. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, it's like, hey, how's it going, Frank? How are the wife and kids?
Pretty much.
But no, they came down and they Squishy made some masks, and this is the mask that they made for me.
Yep.
A bunch of looks like PlayStation, Xbox, N64 controllers, Wii remotes. Yeah.
I've got a pillow made out of that, actually. I've got a pillowcase.
Ooh, pillowcases are nice.
It sits on my couch because, of course, it does.
I mean, it's either that or a full body pillow, so it's one of those.
Right.
God damn.
And Skippy.
Well, we could talk about a little bit of 7 Days to Die, just a little bit.
Well, I haven't played 7 Days to Die for quite some time.
I was
know
impressed.
They made some advancements on a few different things.
All right, so I made a new world, so I could, because I wanted to experiment with base building. So I have promptly named this world Biden's Hell.
Okay.
That's the name of the world, so Biden's Hell.
Right.
But no, I want to experiment with a little bit of the building aspects, and I must say, they graphic-wise, they have done a lot with the game. The graphics are a lot better. It seems to run a lot better, a lot more clarity. They added a lot more fucking zombies and put more detail to them.
I mean, it's better than Jank Citizen, as I like to call it.
Yeah.
True.
you got some of the older zombies in it still with better graphics, and then they got, like I said, I think there's a couple more construction worker type zombies. There's more.
They added the models.
Yeah, more.
Yeah, they I know that
zombies.
I know that they improved the models overall. That's the biggest changes that they have. So your Karens actually look like proper Karens.
Oh, yes, they do.
Females have appropriate boob armor.
Yeah.
No, seriously, I shot one and killed it, and I went over to take a look at it. It's like, oh my god, they even got the blue hair correct.
Yes.
Hi, Karen. How you doing? Let me shoot your face off.
The blood physics is a lot better. They added more weapons. There's a full automatic shotgun.
Yeah, no, they were supposed to have that in the last time they did the update.
Yeah,
but they delayed a few updates. I'm still waiting for them to get the boat mechanics in, because that's another thing that
I haven't checked out. I don't know if they brought it in or not, and I'm buffering again. Fuck.
No, that's
I'm on a boat.
Yeah, no, because that's been something that they've been talking about adding in a lot more water-based mechanics.
Yeah, I don't know about that, but I do know they got a lot more tools.
Yes,
implemented. There's a ratchet, impact wrench, impact driver. I have not experimented to see what these tools actually do yet. Like I said, right now.
It might be upgrades for the wrench and all that.
Well, no,
yeah.
I'm not 100% sure.
And I'm pretty sure that's what it is, because I do know, like, with the wrench was like the end all be all tool. You took apart electronics, cores, stuff like that, and to get more components from it. And you can also use the wrench to repair different things too. I think they added in. I brought us filled with, the wrenches, the hammers, impact wrenches, the nail guns for different things, for like, building stuff. And instead of just using one tool, they've now divided it up into multiple tools. If that's the case, cool. That's a really cool feature. Like I said, right now I've just opened it up into creative, and I'm just trying to build the biggest fucking base I can. So I want to experiment with a base idea I had, and that's basically what I'm doing. So instead of trying to build the base from scratch, it's like, fuck it. gonna open up creative. That way, I have full access to all materials to see what I can and can't
Well, that's
do.
usually how most of those who have worked out the mechanics of the game is pretty much went into the creative mode aspect of it, and then
All right, it's justifiable.
well, yeah, and then they put it into their survival mode and watch it go to town.
Yeah. Well, and that's what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build a base, and I'm dumping everything into building this base to see how good I can get it. Once I get the base built and I get the ways I want it set up and stuff like that, I'll use that as a home point. I'll flush all the inventory out. I'll reset the day counter to 1, have a home base to go to, and then start exploring through the game and ramping up all the settings.
Mm-hmm.
Ramping up all the settings, Rogue.
Yeah, no. Grandpa can't handle that much settings.
But no, I'm actually real interested in getting together and playing this as a group again and start exploring from the ground up again. Because the way it looks like it's. I mean, some of the mechanics that you wanted with the waters and stuff like that, not in there yet. A lot of the building mechanics, a lot of the assets in the game have changed. A lot of functionalities have changed.
Arlene, Darlene, Marlene, Bo, Joe, Mo, Yo, Steve, Big Mama, you crawlers, Trader Jen, Joel, and a few others have all had some graphical updates.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah.
Got to watch out for Big Mama, though.
Oh yeah,
Big Mama.
But no, it's I'm actually kind of excited, and actually I just seen I think the other day they came out with another update.
Yeah, I know they've been trying to play around with the tech tree that so you actually move in from different advancements. So you have your primitive tools that also includes your blunderbuss. By the time you get to the iron level, which is tech 1. You'll have like swords and other different melees that would come into play. Plus, you would have your double barrel shotgun, and then they go into Tech 3 and Tech 4. 2, 3, and 4 will be slightly differences here and there, but as you move up, you're supposed to get your sniper rifle and some of the new toys. So, yeah, seems
new toys.
Well, even the new toys, they've been kind of playing around with that as well. Because I know they were introducing, was it another rifle type? So
yeah, it's a type of submachine gun. There's there's even a new pistol out, and it uses 44. So the 44, when you had it, was like a traditional 6-shooter style gun. They actually have it out now for a Glock style 44.
I like the 44. 44 has a nice punch.
Well, yeah. Well, like I said, they got it out for an actual Glock.
The only thing I needed is it to be in gold, and I'll be fine.
A golden magnum? Really?
Yeah.
I actually think that you'll like some of the weapons that are out now. I was having some fun. Looking through it and looking through some of the new weapons, and it was really interesting.
I'll have to take a boot at it because right now my roster is kind of going back and forth between State of Decay and Grounded.
Oh no, it's not one of those get the game now, play it. It's not.
No, like I said, my roster at the moment has been going back and forth because I also been going into Nexomon. Apparently, it has a sequel, so I know it's been out for a while. But yeah, Rogue is slow, and he decided to go into that one, as well as I'm actually putting together a mod list for XCOM 2. So try to do it.
Out there for that.
I know. I want to try to do a recorded stream version of it based off of a couple of interesting mods. So yeah, there's that. Because right now, as my internet is still kind of doing what it's doing, I really can't stream live until my internet goes back to normal. Because I know they're still playing around with it and updating a lot of the the old lines to fiber, so it's going to be a while.
Yeah,
What a shame.
I'm actually looking for the old base designs walk, because it looks like from some of the updates that came out, it's new zombie AI for different terrain functions. Because I do know they swim now.
Yeah, they swam the last time we were playing. I mentioned that.
Mm-hmm.
Because we went into the experimental and they swam then.
Yeah.
So yes, they swim now, and anybody who decides to live at the high seas, well, you'll have to be careful that you might get a few crawling zombies.
Oh. Why?
So
Well, I
I'm
mean,
actually real interested to see if the old base designs work with
yeah,
the
no, I
the,
gotta
s- the
look at
slanted
that.
blocks, because
Mhm.
I actually think that they can now traverse them. I think I don't know yet.
Don't think they walked out of that one, because that would that would require them to have like a sprint option to
Well,
activate. No,
they might
because
be able to do it.
there is a feral version of it, yes, but the problem with the feral is that they also have like a leaping mechanic. So as they try to sprint up, they leap, and then they slide back down to where
Because
where
they
they
have a
began.
pause. Because they have a pause function once they leap.
Yes, which makes it very difficult for the AI to function by itself. For the actual player, which is controlled, by humans, uh, they don't have an actual pause function unless you stop, like literally just not touch anything, and then you kind of get all fucked up. But you can go in from slow crouch to a sprint pretty quick, and most people don't stop to jump in the middle of trying to get up a ramp. Oh, look, I got to get it to you. I'm going to take a jump, go straight up in the air, come strike down and slide. Makes sense. I wonder if they've actually added in something brand new, because I know they've added in a lot of the plazas and that. I wonder if they've played around with a few of the house models.
All right, so a couple of the AI fixes, and this was the first one that came out in September.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of AI fixes says AI jumping at you, thinking the path to you was unreachable if you had moved. AI could not jump on ladder. AI obstacle check was disabled on ladder if not climbing. AI path not making horizontal ladder connections, and AI path making unneeded inside drop connections.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't look like in point 2 they made any fixes to that. See, that was a fix. It doesn't look like they made any additions. They just fixed a lot of the actual commands and movements. Oh no, improved AI ladder use. So the zombies can now use ladders a lot better. And it also looks like that the whole trick and method of like taking out 2 ladder runs or 3 ladder runs doesn't work no more now, because now they can jump and climb.
Yeah, no, we pretty much came to that conclusion that they were going to screw around with that. So a lot of the bases that are built usually doesn't include the ladder. They include the frames, stepping stone, if you want to call it that way, where you actually build a hole where it's right up against the wall or someplace, and you use the frames that you have to go all the way up to where you need to. Because again, frames are pretty cheap and abundant.
Oh,
And the moment the zombie hits it, it just falls apart.
you
anyway,
might like
so.
this, Rogue, actually. For you yourself, you might like this. They added a
Mm.
console command called AI Path Grid.
Okay, I gotta look at the console command for that one.
Yeah, because the way... It doesn't tell me what it does, but just from the name of it, it might show you the path laid out for the AI.
Okay.
And if
'Cause I'm
that's the
always
case,
curious on their pathway.
yeah, because if that is the case, and it does show you the pathway the AI is going to take, it. I know how you all were trying to figure out how the zombies work. That could be an
Yeah,
instrumental tool in
because
trying to figure that out.
yeah, no, 'cause I've always been curious on, and I think a lot of the bass players that have played this off and on have always been curious on how they've designed their AI. Because when you play it just outright, the way how they expect you to play it, the AI seems kind of sporadic. Best way of describing them. They get to where they need to, but they also kind of have that ADHD kind of moment.
I wait. Oh, look, a squirrel.
Yeah, pretty much. It's like, wait, you were attacking me. What happened now?
Squirrel.
And like, okay. And they also have that, the drunken / drugged up bum that's chasing you for extra change, and then they kind of disappear. It's like, wait, what happened to Addiction Joe here?
Buttered toast. Ooh.
Wrong Ed.
Hey.
But yeah, no. But I'm fortunate from what I can see so far, and again, a lot of those base builders that would appear on YouTube, who usually gets the early access or had gained early access or do all of the stuff on their unexperimental or the experimental beta, if you want to call it that.
Isn't that just the whole game in general, though? Really?
Yeah, it is kind of. That's why I said if you want to call it that. Yeah, they haven't changed a lot of the building of their base rules. It seems kind of the same. Well, you have yourself a great night. I'm glad that we did our job that we weren't planning on doing.
You have a good day at walk from Elon.
Just remember, keep your fingers out of the groove.
And forks.
Watch it. Don't leave your fingers in the gouge.
Ouch.
Right. You might end up slipping off some tips there. Yeah, if anybody's done any woodworking or whatnot, yeah, that reference has a lot of different meanings.
Yep.
A lot of ouch meanings.
That too.
Oh yeah, but keep your fingers out of the gouge. Yeah, that has a lot of meanings.
Owie!
And that's how you lose a finger, or at least a fingernail.
Yeah, well, yeah, mostly a fingernail.
Or two.
Well, if you're using two fingers and you got one extra, I'll always do a shot.
Oh, you don't have to go into detail.
I said always go into the shocking effect. I didn't. What details was there I was giving you?
Just stop, please. Just stop.
All right. Anyways, Pen's not into the shocker, so we know that for sure.
No, I'm not. Why would you think I was? Yeah. I don't know. God damn it.
Oh, God. So apparently they have frozen food refrigerators. I always thought that's what they always had. No. Yeah, I'm looking at their list of stuff. Apparently now they've got gun racks and shoe racks and
Racks on racks on racks.
apparently so, yeah. Automatic shotgun. Okay.
Tell me lies, tell me sweet little lies. Whatever.
I don't know.
I'm gone. Leave me alone.
You've been gone a long, long time, Pen.
I know.
Some are waiting for your return, and others have just given up. Almost like they did with God or Jesus.
One of those.
It depends on what you believe in.
One of those.
Yeah, one of those things.
Just one of those?
Yeah,
Just one of
well,
those.
some people believe in other kind of weird things. They expect a frog to show up to tell them that the world's coming to an end. I don't know. Well,
Freaking frog's gay.
yeah. Apparently, if the frog is gay, then it's kind of hard to show up to tell you that the world's coming to an end. Them having too much fun to experiment with each other. Hmm. So if from what I can see here, what they've added is a zombie random moves. Yeah, move speed based on difficulty. So from that, what I'm reading is the easier the game is, the slower the zombie move. The more difficult or the higher in difficulty the game is, the zombie will then chase to your neck to eat it. Okay. Also, the Blood Moon spawner will instead spawn a radius of vultures at 50% of the time if the target is in a vehicle. Oh, Pen, guess what?
Oh,
So basically, they're making it more difficult to hop into the
Yeah,
vehicle.
so basically, what the idea of getting on a bike to run around to avoid the zomzoms will make it a little bit more challenging because the birds, birds will show up.
birds.
The boys.
Gotta watch
The
out for them pretty
boys.
birds. Blood Moon zombies will 50-50 teleport closer or die if the target player is far away.
Okay,
Okay.
so it's not like when they teleport in and they're there. It's if you move away, those zombies will die, and then new ones will spawn in.
Which explains why they've changed the graphical fidelity on it, because now they've placed it the player and how far the actual sprite is from you from.
So again, one of the tactics we were using in the last game, letting them spawn in and then driving away, and then just send their rating because they have to then come towards you.
Yeah, may not be effective anymore. Blood Moon zombies have an increased loot drop rate after every X have spawned. What is an X and when does it spawn? I want to know that.
Maybe X is zombie.
Could be. Or
so the more zombies you kill during a blood
well,
moon,
yeah, you end up with
in.
one that triggers with a drop loot. So I'm guessing X is supposed to be the your loot that you would normally have, and usually that was for every 5 to 15 zombies killed will give you a loot drop, and that will vary based off of whether blood moon or difficulty. There we go. Blood moon vultures always see and chase at any distance.
So there's no just driving away. Hopefully they go away.
Yeah. Well, there you go, Pan. You've got a never-ending bird chase. So you get to play the Roadrunner to the bird's coyote.
So they will never go away.
Oh, here's the other thing. Vultures, Blood Moon vultures chase vehicles at 250% speed.
So
now they're literally basically telling you you're
so they're gonna be on your ass, past your ass.
Lovely.
Here's the other thing. Vultures can now attack blocks when chasing their prey.
So they can actually attack the vehicle itself.
Yeah, itself, or for example, if you have one of those roof type shields that will keep the vultures at bay, well, those no longer help.
Because now they can destroy the shield.
Yeah, they can destroy that little roof thing that most people would have created. Let's see here.
Hello, Alicorn.
Hello.
Oh, hellos. Let's see here. Zombie rage chance scale based on the hit damage. So that's when they go into feral mode. Here we go. Rage duration does not count down while stunned. Ooh. So they're just
if
one
you
pissed off
stun them,
zombie if you trap them in one spot and you think that you've got them cornered. No, you kill them now. Because the
yeah.
moment they get themselves free,
not-
they're coming for your
You're not
ass.
trapped in there with them. They're trapped in there with you.
You,
That
yeah.
doesn't work no more. It was at this point he knew
He fucked up.
Yeah.
So it really looks like a lot of the tactics we have been using is pretty much moot.
Null
right
and
now.
void. So now we need to.
The only thing,
Oh, here we
the
go.
only thing,
Zombies, normal / fat attack are faster right-handed and slower with left-handed. Wow, they're a righty.
Lovely.
so the 1-2, the one's faster, but the two's gotta be slower.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Okay.
the one's gonna be a little bit more faster and much dangerous than the other one is.
So yeah,
Also,
so
zombie
yeah, so
hits are triggered by what is it? ANIM. I'm guessing and my hit events. Not too sure why they placed it that. So animated hit events. Ooh, that could be what they're going for.
Hi, Chance.
nice.
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy, Chance?
So it looks like the only thing that's still on the table is the base designs
Yes,
for now.
for now, and even that.
I do like the fact that it looks like that they have a display for the Duke token amount.
Yeah, pretty much.
Can we go back and
I wonder.
use the police station again? Because that'd be fun.
We could look at that.
Isn't that how you got bears last time?
No, it wasn't
No,
police station.
the last time she ended up
No,
with bears was she.
That was the gay bar.
She. No, it wasn't a gay bar. It was a random bar.
Hey, they said something about the bear den.
You thought it was a gay bar, and it turned out to be an actual bear den with actual bears
An
in
actual
cages.
bear.
And I'm still gonna call it a gay bar.
Yeah,
Now,
it was one of those, country bars kind of ish that
Had actual
showcase
bears.
bears, not big fat guys that are generally hairy.
Hairy or scary or any of that other dairy.
Yeah, so it's a different type of bear.
This actually makes me wonder if the Duke Queens are now not in an item slot. If they're in their own slot.
Could be.
I think they're still an actual item, I believe.
Yeah.
Once again, I can't take anything I say for context because I don't play the game, but I know a lot about it.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know they haven't changed a lot of different things for.
It does look like they added another slot for your out-faced items. So the items you can select on screen. In mid gameplay, not the actual inventory, but the little thing on the bottom. It looks like there's like 1 or 2 more slots. Now that's what it looks like. I haven't counted to make sure.
That was an ongoing complaint because of the factor that it's kind of difficult for you to bring in coins, especially because you had to put them into your person somewhere. So you always had to make sure. And the other thing I thought was quite interesting is backpacks. They need to be visible, just to give more of the belief of why you're carrying so much shit.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Fanny packs.
Yeah, it would be nice to actually see it on the
Like fucking
character.
Rambo with all them fanny packs on you. Then
Yeah,
instead of an ammo bandolier, it's a fanny pack bandolier.
Well, again, I would like to have that kind of visual look. Just because I know it goes from third person to first person, so you want to have that visual look.
Yeah.
Let's see here. let's see. Increased radius. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Increased radiated vulture damage to 150% entity and 400% for block. Oh, Pen, your friends are getting a lot more dangerous.
Which ones?
The vultures. Radiated vultures.
Oh,
So
Radiated
they're going for base destruction
That's what
now.
it sounds like.
Yeah.
They're just being assholes about
They're oh wait, direwolves now share assets with the regular wolves and use new scale code instead of scaled prefab. So
They
if
act
you thought the
differently.
direwolves were easier, not anymore. Also, they removed the old asset from the direwolf as well. So
Share this link with me so I can look for it myself too. And I'll bring it up on screen.
yeah, no, I put it in your chat thing there. So
I see it. I see it.
Yeah, because I'm looking at their little spreadsheet that they have. I went all the way down. Let's see.
Okay.
Fixed. Hostile animals attack while electrocuted. That's gonna be fun. Animals, if you electrocute them, usually they kind of get stuck in zap mode. But could you just imagine after you have electrocuted a big ass bear,
It
and it's still
just keeps coming.
yeah, and it's still fluctuating with the electrical lightning that it has for its body, and it rams right into you.
oh,
Thunder
fuck.
Bear.
Yeah, that's going to be one electrifying moment.
Oh, fuck.
That'll be a shocking experience.
Definitely.
Fuck.
Okay, so actually not. There's one thing I'm looking here, and
So that means you're gonna have thunder claws.
Pretty much.
they ended up new and reworked critical injuries. Abrasions, the most common injuries that you get in fights. They cause no additional problems. Sprain of broken arms, that's the same. Oh no, arms.
Uh-huh.
Sprain of broken arms, not just legs now. So
Yes.
lowers your swing and speed and decreases your reload speed. In weapon handling, the cure for a broken arm is a splint, which lowers the time for healing. Power attacks or range attacks increases the time needed to heal. Sprain of broken legs, same thing. The cure, it's the same thing as before, but now deep lacerations make you more vulnerable to receiving bleeding criticals, and they are cured by a first aid care sewing kit. A sewing kit
Yeah.
now.
You get to first blood yourself to heal.
You get to sew yourself up now. Concussions. Taking more hits while bleeding, stun can cause more concussions. It's periodic. It periodically causes a stun effect and is cured by painkillers. And infections now, they've changed infections. I actually kind of agree with this a lot better. A lot more than the original infection. Infection is not something that enemies cause directly. Any critical hit has a chance to cause an infection. An infection is completely harmless until it reaches 5%. At that point, it starts getting worse, and you need medication to cure it. While you have an infection, any hit you take will make it worse. So it's not really a zombie infection, it's an actual infection. Okay.
Correct.
So where are we at? Where are you at? You down at the change?
I'm already down to animation improvement. Past the random gen improvements, but changes was and fix. Those were the ones where I saw with the beautiful ratio of numbers for those flying legions of death. So they've improved the
Zombie
rigging for the new weapons, the impact driver, the auto shotgun, Desert Eagle, sharpshooting rifle, double barrel, and so on and so forth. But they also can kind of rework the chunk, drone, sledgehammer, or chunk, sledge, and ratchet. Apparently, there's a new falling and landing animation that they've adjusted, as well as the new swimming animation to support new swimming system for the Zomzoms. Updated the third person's locomotive lower body, updated and upper body updated that supports up and down aim and firing for the new existing melee weapon. Ooh, that means that you can probably properly bash somebody while you're on a bike. Nice. I never do that anyways, I just run them over.
Alright, so wait a second. You're down to
Animation improvement. So
Animation
yeah, I've already done that one. I've already went through that one.
I'm looking here. It's like the Desert Vulture's the gun I was telling you about.
Yeah.
The 44 Magnum caliber pistol packs some serious stopping power and is governed by the gunslinger skill. You know, like I said, it's like a Glock version of the 44 Magnum. Robotic sledge.
Yes.
This robotic weapon is a stationary turret with a large sledge-shaped pulverizing arm that punches enemies and can knock them down easier at high quality level.
Let's just
Wow.
Yeah, basically.
It's the Kurthor robot. Alright, continuing on now.
Though that could be handy if you actually had a proper kit. Because you still have the high slants to make themselves into one of those triangle.
Alright, so here's one thing I like with the enemy system. The AI improvements. Head tracking. That just makes it more creepy now.
Yeah, well, I mean,
and it's for NPCs, animals, and zombies. They will now turn their head to look at the targets.
Yeah, it would make sense because a lot of them just kind of meander towards you, and you don't know what they're looking at.
Yeah. Zombies and animals are now able to swim in water faster and move away. Yep.
Oh. Vehicle collisions when entities use their mass ratio and hit angles for damage, velocity reduction, and ragdoll threshold / chance. Oh wait, wait. Yeah, added. Vehicle collision with entities during blood moon slows vehicle, and it's harder to ragdoll.
Harder
so you can't just run them over now anymore. Yay!
Yeah.
But see, that's the fun part.
You can still do it.
They've made it much more interesting. Going forward.
So I can just
damage by entity during blood moon slows and pushes vehicle.
So I could just see going towards like a detonator or one of those biker guys, and
the biker,
you go to run them over, and they just stop the vehicle.
Pretty much, they kind of go, yeah, no, we're not moving.
Not this time.
Vroom, vroom, motherfucker.
Expect my thoughts out.
Oh wow! Just continue going down that list, road. Gets interesting.
I am. Let's see here. They've increased the vehicle damages from the entity. Nice. Let's see here. Server. Console changes. In-game command. Let's see what we got here.
Well, here's one thing I'm looking at. No, player exiting vehicles.
Even better.
All right, modding
support.
All right. Well, hang on. Players exiting vehicles retain most velocity.
Yes, I know.
So no longer exiting the vehicle while it's still moving. If you exit the vehicle while it's moving, you might die.
You might go with it. Yes, I know. No, I just saw something that I thought was quite interesting. Modding support. In-game localization for mods now push to clients, which is the reason why you have the prefab. Support loading prefabs from mods. Whoa. Entity classes can be hidden from the spawn menu at the proprietary hide in spawn menu feature for one of in-game commands. Nice. Alrighty now. You guys are going to have much more fun. Oh yeah, they fixed the lights. It's good. What else we got here? In-game commands. What? Teleport to PIO window triggered by console command. Really? I need to know what that does.
we got Brogoss. What's so excited now?
Apparently, I can also play around with the frame rate. Oh, Jesus Christ. So, in the actual console command, you can actually adjust the in-game frame rate. That is insane. As well as they give you the ability to reset a chunk. Wow.
Reset a chunk.
Yeah, so like you would with Minecraft, there's so many areas that has a chunk section. It could be a 16 by 16, a 32 by 32, whatever. But that area, if damaged in some way, kind of broken permanently. Now they giving you the ability to reset that area in case it was
like heavily bugged or something.
Yeah.
Like the lake.
Yes. Yes.
The lake can be patched. It's a miracle.
Well, here's the thing. Reset the chunk as in, okay, you reset all the assets that were in that chunk that got destroyed, or reset it as clean slate, so if you have a base there in that chunk, that base is now gone.
That would be exactly what resetting the chunk would be. Just redo the assets, put it back to norm.
Put it back to the base 0, basically.
Yes. Because there's a lot of times where you build a base you don't want it there, and you've already screwed around with that land, and you just pretend it wasn't there. You yeet yourself to another portion of the map and kind of go, nothing happened.
It doesn't exist. We don't have.
Yeah, pretty much.
Now-
Even though
now
you
you
decide
can
to traverse
go-
back to that area, it's like, yeah, I remember this.
Well, so I wonder how that's utilized, though. Is it predetermined chunks, or is it a chunk that you can kind of allocate?
Well, that would be for the entire map. So the map itself is divided into the grids. So each chunk will be based on the size of the map as well as location for that one. So let's say you are in a lake area and has about 6 different chunks in order to make up that lake, and you screwed up, let's say, a portion of those chunks, say 2 of them, and you've been trying to put it back to have smooth water. Well, now you can reset that chunk, make it smooth again without having to creatively work around the newfound gaps that are there. So technically, what they did was they gave you the ability to reset the water.
Yay.
But also gave you access to a lot of other things that you could reset. Which is good. See here, improved UI, which is nice. New weapons have supported audio. Oh, apparently there's a lockpicking sound. Yay. Oh, as well as they fixed Trader Jen's voice. She no longer sounds like a chain-smoking dude.
So she actually sounds female instead of male.
Well, I mean, she could have been like, what's his face, or what's her face from Venture Brothers,
Dr. Girlfriend.
Dr. Girlfriend, yeah.
Oh, look at visual improvements.
Cloud, moon glow, and okay. Background cloud layers. Oh, look at that! The sun actually punches through the fog. I'm surprised that they allowed the sun to be that violent. Fuck you, fog! Get out of my way. Okay, and the interior ambiance lighting is scaled. Yay! I mean that's an improvement. I can say those are improvements. I'll have to take a boo at them at a later time.
Sun shafts on moon.
Well, I mean, the sun usually shats on the moon a lot of times. Sometimes the moon gets its glory and shats on the sun, but
In
doesn't last very
underwater
long.
fog.
Doesn't last very long. But yeah, I am looking forward to the adjusted animals and Pan experiencing the adjusted animals.
Getting
Pretty
real
much.
familiar with them rather quickly.
Yeah, apparently, if the bunnies aren't doing anything, they go into dig mode, so they go underground and hide, which is nice. Now, all they need to do is make at least a random bunny kill you.
The 1 in 1,000 chance.
Yeah. That way you can have your Knights of Neep moment.
Mm.
We are the knights who say Nick.
Neep.
And they demand you bring them shrubberies.
Yes.
Yeah, they got improved gamepad support now. Yay.
Yes.
Yay for me.
Robotic damage. Robotics do 10% more damage. You have maintenance. Robotic weapons degrade 20% slower. Apparently, you can actually craft ammo for the robotic weapons. Apparently, there's a stun repulsor. Craft this mod that sends enemies flying on charged hits. Charged strikes increases the chances to get an instant charged strike. Hydraulics increases the rate of robotic weapons. Overall, what they're saying is you need a lot of robots at your front door.
Oh, quest improvements. Opening routes. We have added new trader-to-trader quests that guide the player to the next closest trader after completing 10 quests. This continues until the player has delivered a package to all 5 traders.
Well, yeah. That depends because not all maps that are generated has all 5 questing.
Unless they change it
Unless
now
they've
to
changed,
what it does.
and that's something that because I know the core map is what they usually go with, and you have all 5 there. But it looks like at the end of it, you are looking at mostly robotics helping you stay alive.
Ha 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 ha! Staying alive.
Fair.
They have reimagined tons of older location. Alright, so world and location updates. We've added a ton of new locations to the game, including these game. This gives a player easier low enemy count locations to explore, loot, and take over if you're not ready for a tiered challenge. See, new desert business development, new snow modern development, new forest old housing development, new desert modern housing development, desert city, snow city, wasteland city, and some trading locations and nav gain have been moved to improve distance between traders.
Yeah, that's kind of normal. The moment they brought in the desert and snow cities, wastelands is still kind of weird. Still waiting on the borders that they're supposed to have. A good reasoning behind that. And then why the hell do you have a radiation suit if it's useless?
Because it's only the front half of the radiation suit. You're actually wearing assless chaps.
Yeah.
That's what's
You know,
wrong.
it would make sense if that was the case, but
Alright, so the new weapon and items, and this it does go through a little bit. It's the Impact Driver. The tech level 3 tool is the fastest way to harvest mechanical items, strip down cores, and mechanical items down in seconds.
But is it the drill that'll pierce the heavens? That's the
Yeah.
next question.
Tech level 2, which is the ratchet, the new tech level 2 harvesting tool. So it's basically upgraded tools for like the wrench, ratchet, and the impact drivers. So okay, I like how that goes. So you have the wrench, or like the crescent wrench, stuff like that. Then you upgrade from that to an actual ratchet, and you upgrade from that from an actual ratchet to an impact driver. Okay, I like that.
but still, can you make a stairwell to heaven?
Who knows?
I want to know.
New
I want to be one of those
candy.
kids that make a stairwell to heaven, just so I can, talk to my dead friend to find a way he hit the PSP games.
So new put books. You got Bar Brawler, Spear Hunter, and Tech Junkie.
Yeah, no, they.
I think Sparky's got some of those lying around his house.
Well, I don't think he's a really good cook, because every time I
No,
hear
I'm talking about Tech Junkie.
he got food coming to his door, but tech, yeah, I think that's his skill set.
Looks like they're dropping some of the ranks down in some of these things, like the Perception book. The Penetrator has 4 ranks instead of 5 ranks now.
Mm-hmm.
Same with Sexual Tyrannosaurus. It has 4 ranks instead of 5 ranks. So it looks like they're starting to level out.
Well,
pucks.
they're evening out a lot of the different aspects of the games.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
noticed
it's
the new candy has been added into the roster.
Yeah, new candy. See, Atomic Junkie, Adam
No, go
Size
to the last one on that list. I think that's up to
Sugar
Penn's
Butts.
area of interest.
Is it?
If ifs and buts were candy and nuts every day would be Christmas, well, now it could be with one taste, Sugar Butts candy. Get a 10% better deal buying and selling.
See?
Okay.
Well, she is Jubin, so this would be up her alley. She can buy and sell better, make a profit.
Just some of the names of these candies: Atomic Junkie, Corvette Cats, Eye Candy.
Oh shit drops.
Oh yeah, oh shit drops.
Be prepared for those
Wow.
shit moment.
Where's you fucked up though? Where needs to be
Nah, I don't see it. They need that one in there. I mean, they've got the nerd tats, the jailbreaker, the hacker.
Oh, these are
The
starting
Rock-
to sound like Fallout.
Actually, this actually sounds kind of like something that most
hat.
guys have to watch out for. The Rockbusters.
Rockbuster! Dun, 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 dun. Never mind.
Yeah, Jawbreaker's got nothing on us. Gain 20% more resources mining ores. That just seems kind of uncomfortable for some. Yeah, no, I've got a few new commands I want to check out. So yeah, that just means I'm gonna have to load her into the list of different things and check out a command or two and see what it does.
And I got him hooked back into 7 Days to Die again.
Yeah, this when you thought you walked away, they keep pulling you back in.
Hey, like I said, I started noticing some cool stuff and playing around the game, and it's like, hey, I need to tell Rogue about some of these things. I didn't think you were gonna get that well invested.
Well, I mean, look, if it's not Scum, State of Decay, or 7 Days to Die, my go-to seems to be either XCOM 2 or at this level, Grounded. Every now and then I do fall back on to Don't Starve because I like that game.
Yeah, it's pretty
Uh,
good. I like the art style of that.
it is a really
Yeah.
good. I like the fact that they add the Hamlet version of it, which gives you in a different world, or places even a different world altogether.
Yeah, I think it's a different world altogether.
Yeah, it's brilliant.
So
And with the mods that they have available for it, also kind of gives that longevity for the game.
yeah.
I do know they have other games that are out, but none that really, like, for example, No Auction Included, really hasn't captured my intrigue or interest like the Don't Starve.
Well, it's like with Phasmophobia. I looked at changelog. It looks like they came out with a pretty substantial update the 9th. But the only thing they really added in is like new things. Added an objective to get a ghost to walk through salt,
Yep.
and dead
Mhm.
players can now
shit.
grab non-equipment objects.
Oh,
Yes.
I just watched
Also-
a video on that. Like,
Yeah, no, I was kind of
Also, they're working on a prison level,
yes.
and then they have a mansion level and
Yeah, apartment.
an apartment complex level in
I
the
liked the fact now you can grab non-equipment items.
and you can actually physically see it get picked up and thrown around.
Yeah, no, that will also help fuck around with the because not only can you can trigger some of the sensors that they have.
Uh-huh.
Now you can move things around like the ghost can, makes it much more fun.
Oh yeah.
Because
So I
now
was
when they think
watching-
because now when they think they've got everything figured out, there's you
You
who
just fuck
did
with
who
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know. I was watching Markiplier play it here actually before I hopped on,
yeah.
and he had died. He was throwing caulk around. Bob and Wade were like, "Stop throwing your caulk at us, Mark."
Actually, I was watching Gopher Live where one of his actual streammates died, and he was able to pull up the journal, and you can actually see the journal.
That-
So yeah, it's fun watching people who don't know the extent of the game play the game, and then kind of get confused on what's happening for a little bit. It's like, is this like normal? And others who are veteran players are now kind of fucking around with shit, kind of going, yeah, this is what we were expecting and waiting for.
we were waiting for this for a
Let the
long time.
fuckery begin.
Yeah, pretty much. You thought the ghost was bad? No.
Just wait a lot.
Yeah, it's like just wait till I die. I'm gonna fuck with you until the ghost gets you.
Pretty much. I don't have to get you, that ghost will.
I like that. I actually like the fact that there's a new objective to get the ghost to walk through salt.
I've actually done that. So yeah, that was quite interesting.
Well, the last updated playthrough I played on was on the update they had on the 5th, so I haven't played in a week or so.
Yeah, no. Yeah, they've updated it. I'm not going to say that long ago, but yeah.
4 days ago.
Yeah.
It was on the 11th when it came out. Oh no.
Yeah, no.
the 9th. It was on the
played
9th.
around with it yesterday with the kind of like new update, but I didn't know how far the extent was. Like, okay, I can. It's telling me I get to have Ghost walk through salt now. One of the achievements. All right,
Yeah.
let's do this.
Yeah,
And
so
it was like, okay, it already did that. I'm good.
Yeah, so that's the new thing. It's the changes that they made is the basketballs will now bounce more accurately. The Ghost
Yes.
Photo Daily Challenge will now complete when another player takes the photo, and
Mhm.
increase the lighting brightness in the main menu area, so it'll be a little
Yeah,
bit
they did
brighter
that.
now.
Well,
Fixes.
certain players had issues because it was still the dark ambiance that we had for the Halloween.
Yeah. Now, the fixes. Asylum. Fix the bug where the ghost could pick outside as its room and get stuck.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, I didn't know that.
apparently it can in the school it can take the gymnasium as its room.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's rare. I haven't seen it, but it is. It makes it a real bitch trying to get objectives done because it's okay. It's in the gymnasium. It's not like you just go in the room as soon as you go in the gymnasium with like a smudge stick. Oh yeah, we smudged the room. No, the smudge stick acts exactly like the crucifix. You gotta be within so many meters of where the ghost spawns for the smudge stick to walk.
The only reason I'm aware of that is because that's what happened.
The marketplace. I know. I seen that. I seen that as well.
Well, I've also been watching the other game that they were playing for a little bit, which is In the Silence or something with Silence.
Oh yeah, the one with the rake.
Yeah.
That's
That
creepy. I like that.
That is interesting. I like the factor that it uses sound in that. The only problem I have, they really need to improve on the local sound, because if you're using a headset push to talk, everything should respond to it automatically. So it forces you to shut the fuck up.
Yeah, it's not right to have it push to talk and you're playing the game is like, oh, I can just talk or scream or whatever, and the ghost won't hear me.
Yeah, and then nothing happens. I always thought that was kind of defeating.
But let's see, a couple other fixes.
Wish I wish you could I don't know if there's a way to program it, but it would be cool if you can have the audio intensity. You could be here sitting here whispering kind of thing, and it's not really intimidating. Or you could talk really loud. And no matter what you're saying, just by volume, you can freaking increase the trigger of getting hunted.
It's possible.
I think on Phasmophobia actually they had a bunch of keywords they threw in.
Yeah,
that pissed the ghosts off particularly. I think Let's Play was one, and
because keep in mind that the moment you go into the ghost map, the ghost automatically can hear you.
Yeah.
So as soon as you go into the building,
it has a limitation of hunt. So that first 2 minutes, if you're trying to figure it out, that's before shit gets real. So you got 2 minutes of stay. So it's like hide and go seek. If you can find my ass and figure who I am in about 2 minutes,
you win.
Congratulations.
That's on intermediate.
Wait a minute. I thought of something also earlier today. It's why don't they have additional increased challenge modes? For instance, not like the normal amateur, intermediate, pro. They're already talking about figuring out. The developers are already trying to figure out a way to allow you whatever location pops up that you can actually choose. Do you want to do that location on amateur, intermediate, or pro? But in addition to that, have additional objectives where you can earn more money, such as the less equipment you bring and still figure out the ghost.
Okay.
They kind of have that with their daily challenges. There is a few of the challenges where you're supposed to bring in just the base set of equipment in order to gain that extra money for your ghost hunt.
Yeah.
The problem I have with that, they need a bit more work on that aspect, because Sparky and myself tried doing that, and we're still trying to figure out what the actual official quote unquote base material is for the game.
Yeah, because it's not what you start in with.
So
unless we're doing something wrong, or
let's do something really happening that we're fucking it up completely.
Let's look through some of the bug fixes, starting with 5 and go down and see if it is. But it's so with the update 5, when they took out the Halloween mechanics, the fixes that they have was potential fix for save files getting corrupted when crashing. Fix the bug when the save file will sometimes be empty. If this happens, save file will now be recreated. Fix a bug where the ghost could walk into some closets. So I'm guessing closets the ghosts are not supposed to walk into.
Well, there's no doors, so if they actually had the physical doors there, it would prevent the ghost from going into the
Maybe-
closet.
And well, time
Maybe
out.
they were meant to, but it wasn't properly programmed.
Yeah,
That is a possibility.
maybe its path isn't supposed to be within like the closets and stuff like that. Because it doesn't seem right in the game, the way the game's contextualized, to have these nooks and crannies, and it's like with the lockers. I would assume
Yeah.
a closet's a place where, if you run into a hide, the ghost can't get into it. In places like that, they need to give you a place that is safe to get to. It doesn't really. I mean, in all actuality, fair is fair and whatever. But within the scale of the game, if you don't have no way to really fight back against a haunting besides, prevent it from hunting, if it goes into hunt mode, giving you at least the ability to survive, because as it is now, it goes into hunt mode, it's a game of chance. I can see
True.
going into a closet or the locker and stuff like that, because I've never been killed in a locker so far. What about you, Rogue?
I've never been killed in the actual locker.
So I would-
though I have been decimated in other locations of the room, but never a locker.
But yeah, I can see like the closets or a small space like that being kind of like a safe space, and I can see fixing that bug to where ghosts could walk into some closets. Fix the bug where leaving a game with pause menu wouldn't make you leave the server room. Okay, those are some fixes from the second to last update. This last update from the 9th, okay, said the asylum. Fix a bug where non-VR players could glitch out of the truck while it was closing. I've never experienced that one.
Because you've never played it in VR, but I've seen it where
Non-VR.
VR players have
Non-VR.
non-VR. Oh,
Non-VR players. Potential fix for the laggy player and object movement. Cool. Because that was getting on my nose. Potential fix for the ghost breaking if a player disconnects during the hunting phase. Asylum fixed a bug where the CCTV map icons were all on the first floor. Okay. Potential fix for being able to use sanity pills multiple times. Ooh, maybe that's just a one-time use item.
It's
Yes.
supposed to be, I thought.
The sanity pills?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's supposed to be a one-time use item.
So taking multiple sanity pills wouldn't do anything. It's a one-shot all. Because that makes sense, because you can have 4 people.
Yeah, each
In a
one's supposed to have
game-
one.
Unless somebody's being a complete asshole and just
Oh, what they need to do is they have to need to put in like something like in Fallout. You can use Mentats a couple different times, but after you use it more than one time, your chances of like getting addicted to it or having some sort of negative side effect being put onto you. So you take more than one. You take more than one sanity pill, it causes your sanity to like plummet or drop to complete zero, or you got some sort of negative side effect or something like that. That would be a cool implement. Fix the bug where the dead body photo evidence wasn't walking. So I guess you can. That is supposed to be a thing. Dead body of like Oh, a
Yeah,
demon
no,
died.
in order for you to get
Photo.
the insurance, you're supposed to take the pictures of the dead body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
You're supposed to get insurance off of it.
yeah, 'cause that's what a lot of
Potential
the veteran players have been doing. Is just taking pictures of their dead mates, so that they have bragging rights as well as proof that that person did die, so they can get the insurance. Hey, look, see,
Yeah, they
so and so
get
dead.
money off.
Like, give me money.
I'm
Fixed
emotionally
up-
scarred.
Oh, all right. So you notice every time you take a photo of something, like just a random photo, oh, the ghost is there to take a photo, or you get scared, you take a photo of the floor or something like that,
Yeah.
and you look at it and it gives you footprint evidence or evidence of this or evidence of that. It's like, well, I didn't know that was there. Cool. It just gave me something for free. Fix the
Should've
bug.
put it on the wall or something.
Fix the bug where the photo camera will give evidence if the evidence was behind the camera.
Yeah.
Well, that's fine.
Or fix the bug where you couldn't take a photo of the farmhouse window fingerprints.
Yeah, that farmhouse is bitch.
Is it the normal one or is it the 2-story one?
It's a 2-story.
I thought the 2-story one was the
the
normal
the
one.
one that has the attic, the attic usually has most of the weirdest bugs, and then you have the one that has the I want to say the wraparound. It's just, also I believe they fixed the bug for the voodoo dolls because recently every time I drop a voodoo doll, it hasn't yeeted itself to the middle of the room.
Well, I've seen that. I've seen it yeet itself to the middle of the room and up the wall.
Yeah, I know. I was like, what the? Actually, one time I brought it to back to the base where the all operations is, and I wanted to take a picture of it, so I drop it down and it yeets itself right underneath the
Radiator.
rackings and that, and I'm like going, fuck.
I remember that.
Well, it's stuck there forever now.
I won't be able to get anything for that. Fuck me.
Well, no, there was no. You remember that one bug where we were in that one house and it was creeping us the fuck out, and we took the what was it? It was a Ouija board or the journal back to the house, and every time the ghost would go into hunt mode, the fucking book or the Ouija board would fucking move in the truck.
I know. Actually, that was a weird one because I was trying to figure out because I could hear it bounce. And I'm like going, what the fuck is that noise? And I was like going, can you hear that? No, I felt like no one else can hear this bloody noise, and I was stalking that son of a bitch, trying to figure out where the hell this noise is because it's irritating me. I need to stop it.
Oh, Sparky, remember that? You see if you can pull up the video because that was like one of the best things that should have been on like the best of the Phasmos compilation when you were walking away and you had the UV light on and you turn around and you realize, oh shit, just by the fingerprints it's following you.
Yes.
The footprints.
You pulled up the video for Sarwin.
His footprints. That one was actually pretty good.
No, you need to stay to watch this.
No, I was gotta go outside. I gotta see this.
Yeah, let me find it. I can't remember when it was. It was during one of the Re-Caffeinated shows.
I know it was you and Jim that were in the room, and I was telling y'all to get the fuck out.
Get the fuck out! Sparky starts walking away. He's getting ready to head down the steps. He's got his UV out.
Yeah.
He turns around. He can't see the ghost, but he can see, based because of the UV, the footprints on the ground. It's like,
oh shit! And as he's going down the stairs, he gets halfway down to the first portion of the landing, and he gets choked the fuck out.
Well, no, I don't get choked the fuck out. I make it out, but I'm surprised because it went through me.
Actually, no, it should have choked the fuck out of you. But no, it actually went from the top railing right down to the bottom, just like hey.
Yeah, hey.
It's like nope the fuck out. It's like you're lucky. Actually, my personal favorite, and I have it on the GNF one, where myself, Penn, and Niche DFX were playing in the one house that we go in, and again a farmhouse. Penn and I are upstairs. We checked out the attic, see if we can find the Ouija board, and that. And she decides to go into the bathroom that she's turned on the faucet to check for dirty water. And I'm like going, okay, no problem. It's just a spirit. The chances of it killing you is pretty rare. As I'm going downstairs, I hit towards where the actual entry of the door. Yeah, the door slams in my face, causing me to go outside. I'm going, Pen, if you can hear me, run.
Well, and here's the thing. Okay, so no, what it was Rogue. I was right behind Rogue. You were on the second floor. I was right behind Rogue. I stopped to take that detour real quick to go into the bathroom. Like, did it turn dirty? Nope. Okay, so I'm like 3 people's distance behind Rogue.
Yeah.
Rogue is walking. He heads downstairs. He's heading outside, which means being that distance behind him, I'm on the fucking on the second level landing of the stairs. You have the first floor, the middle portion, and then I'm there. I am literally 4 seconds from walking out the door. The second that Rogue walks out, yes, it slams shut. My the lights start
Like,
going. I'm
hide!
like,
Hide!
but that's just it. I have nowhere to fucking hide.
Yeah.
So I just curl up into the corner right there by the door. I'm like, I'm gonna die. That's it. I'm done.
Game over.
I'm not fine.
Game over.
I'm not.
Actually,
I'm fine.
the other thing was
I-
kind
I'm
of
not
funny.
fine.
After,
I'm not fine.
Actually,
I'm okay,
the
I'm okay,
after.
I'm not okay.
I know. After it was
Alright.
all said and done, I open up the door. There's no body there. I turn around as I'm talking to Nate. She's like going, "Is Penn dead?" And then I pan back over to the open door. There's her body, like sprawled out. I'm like, "Yeah, she dead."
if you want to jump into the live, I got
I
it pulled
can
up.
see it.
Stolen.
Oh, okay. Give me a sec.
This needs to be a separate clip, Sparky. This needs to be a
I
separate
need to
on
clip
your
it
channel.
out, and I need to clip it out, and I also need to send it to I need to send it to that one group that does the compilations.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm in.
This is a ways. It's like a minute or so from it, but let's just play for him.
Yeah, close enough. Yeah,
Alright.
I'm okay.
Flashing lights means it's on the prowl.
It's coming for your butt.
Pretty much, it's anal hunting.
Coming for
Anal
your
hunting
ass.
time.
It's a prison ghost. That's
Pretty much.
Yeah, Jim Maxson there was like, say something during the hunt.
Yeah, and your comms don't work very much. Yeah,
Correct.
fuck. You got fucked up.
This is where they realize they fucked
You
up.
fucked up.
Or it doesn't come in. So-
Yes, it's a pull open door. All right, so he turns back for just a second. Yeah, it's like you. Yep. There's the steps.
Yeah.
Up,
Oh,
up.
that's cool.
Ah.
Scoogity Swooty coming for that booty.
Oh,
Mhm.
there it is. Take a picture and run.
It's like a demented version of Pokemon Snap.
Yeah, pretty much.
I have never seen the footprint things.
They are
never seen
rare.
that.
They do pop up randomly, though. It's just
Yeah, I was gonna say, I've watched a lot of games that.
Yes. It was so funny because like Sparky, you had that UV as you're walking towards the steps, which means the footprint should have lit up. Only when you turn around do they appear, indicating it was fucking following you.
Yeah, I was gonna say you couldn't have done that better if you tried.
See, 53, 54. Alright, let me slow this down.
So that we could see Sparky in slow-mo go, oh shit!
Swiggity swoogity, it's coming for that booty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's actually really cool watching this.
Oh yeah, it was. Not gonna.
Okay, so he has it on because you can see the purple
You
glow.
can hear. I thought it was
Yeah, you can
Jim
hear
Max
purple
making
tinge.
noise.
No footprints.
Yeah, because
Uh,
you would have
right.
seen them.
and
I
then
hit-
the
I
second he
hit-
turns around,
And right
One-
there,
and then two more show
he
up.
sweeps by the second time, and then he realizes, oh,
Oh,
yep, there it is.
Now you see that right there. She went through me. She went through me and then went to the bottom floor. I thought I was
Yeah.
dead, and I wasn't.
It looked like fucking stuck, too. That's what makes
And
it so funny.
fucking Gem Max yeeted himself.
Take a picture.
Run!
He's like, fuck this shit, I out.
Pretty much. There you go, Sparkles.
What?
Right there is the actual clip time frame of Niche DFX and Pen and I for that moment in time.
That's
Oh,
funny.
Fuck.
Oh, that's
Okay.
interesting, Sparky.
So you DM'd it to him so he can pull it up on the live again?
Yeah, it's just about a couple of minutes, well, not even a few minutes long, just enough. I also added a bit of.
I said, oops, something went wrong.
Really? It said, "Oops, something went wrong? How dare go? Oops, something went wrong."
That's interesting, Sparky. I just ran into something.
What?
Remember how usually if I had to click on a stream because I'm not using the desktop app for Discord.
Yep.
Remember I couldn't talk during it.
They came out with some updates to probably fix that.
Yeah, it's because I noticed that. I was like, wait a minute. I shouldn't.
Yeah, I had the same kind of issues for a while too. So
Oops, I did it again.
I'm on you. Okay, I'll put this in your DM, see if that actually works.
Hey, does anyone see this user?
Yeah, I saw that.
Who is that?
Oh. No.
So yeah, you sound like the kind of turd who doesn't think COVID is a serious problem. I never said I don't think it's a serious problem. I do think it's a problem. I think just people's going a little too crazy with it.
I think everybody's going overboard on it, realistically, at the end of the day.
If you think it's a problem, that's fine. You take what precautions you need and want to do. Do not enforce those needs.
Yeah, you don't get to tell us how we want to live our fucking lives because we're not a scaredy pants like you.
Yeah. Well, I wouldn't even say scaredy pants. I mean, there's some valid concerns with,
Look, if you're within the threshold of those who could be at risk, and even at the age limit, yeah, I'd say it's a valid concern. And technically, according to the old ways, the traditions of things were that those who are at high risk were usually quarantined.
Let's be honest, though. We know that this is being hyped up more than it should be. Yes, we also understand there are those in society, like the old and those who already have pre-existing conditions, that need to be isolated is not the correct word, but taken better care of than the rest of us. The rest of us, we are stronger and healthier and more capable of dealing with it without having to shelter ourselves like some frickin'
hermit, but I like being a hermit.
Yeah, I don't want to be a hermit.
I
I don't want to be a hermit. Our society can't function with a bunch of fucking hermits.
Well, it's doing pretty well. So it doesn't work for you in the DM?
I can see it. I haven't brought it up yet, but I will.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, my sentiments are the exact same thing as like Antoine Matt said. 200,000 deaths right now in the United States. Even three. Let's hype that up to 400,000 deaths. Okay, let's just 400,000 deaths. The way this was projected within 2 months when it first came out, it was projected to be 2 million deaths. We're not even anywhere close to that. 400,000 deaths. Unfortunately, I'm gonna sound a little bit heartless at this. 400,000 deaths is kind of a drop in the bucket, especially if you look at
when you have like hundreds of millions of people living in the continental United States.
Yeah,
let's put it this way: out of the entire caseload that we have, 54.3 million cases have been diagnosed across the world. 34.9 million have recovered, and only out of all of those, that only 1.32 million have died.
Yeah. And if you do
comparative
the numbers,
to the amount of billions that we have on the global,
Yeah, this is not when it first started out with. Yes, it was something to be very concerned about. It was something to be very aware about, and could have been a huge problem. But now looking at the statistics, and unfortunately I want to people, I'm going to look at the statistics, the numbers and stuff like that. With the number of the population in the U.S. and the number of deaths, unless the actual death percentage gets up to about a solid 10% within the United States, percentage of deaths, 10% of COVID deaths compared to the population number is up to 10%. Right now, when you look at deaths, you're not even up to a percent of deaths compared to COVID-related cases.
Well,
I'm not.
Even if we take and compare it to its closest cousin, which is influenza, 1 billion infection happens every year. Up to 5 million with severe cases, and up to 500,000 deaths each year. If we had the same amount of coverage and demands as we do every flu season,
This
we
would
would
be a drop in the bucket.
Yeah. So this has been overhyped. Yes, it's a little bit more at risk when it comes down to the common everyday flu, but again, it's just a super flu. Like
here's the thing, and I'm so second to this. H1N1, the actual H1N1, and the Spanish flu. They're still the most deadly.
No, I know they still are.
And
unfortunately, little Corona Chan has not got up to that level yet.
Yeah, and technically, they're still around.
Yeah, I know. They haven't left.
Yeah, they're still around. You just don't see as many people getting it because, hey, people built up immunity.
An immunity too. But even that, the risk of you actually getting the Spanish flu or swine flu is very, very rare.
Yeah.
But so basically, like I said before, and like Sparky has pointed out, yeah, you can probably, take this as serious as you want to be, but you're just conflating a common cold to a death sentence.
Yeah, it's not even that. Like I said, I'll take my chances. I'm not gonna shut down. I'm not gonna lock down. I think it's stupid.
I can't lock down. I'm asthmatic. I would be the one that did kind of at high risk. But I go to work. I'm on the front line. Hell, somebody's got to take care of buildings and shit like that.
Yeah, somebody's got to take care of trucks and keep them on the fucking road. And besides, I know this much: I'm not gonna depend on the fucking government to get my food. I'm not gonna depend on the government to pay my house. I'm not gonna depend on the government to depend on my well-being. I got myself for that. So yeah, again, whenever the death total gets 10% of the actual U.S. population, I'll worry about it then. I'm not gonna worry.
The death total actually gets to half of the world population. I think everybody would worry about it.
It's not even there yet, and it's not even close.
No, it's not even. It's
not even
close.
A
fraction.
Yeah, 0.01% of the deaths equal to actual cases. No, I'm sorry, I'm not sweating this. So do it as you want. Take whatever precautions you want. Don't tell me why I can't get deep. So yeah.
Anyways, back to the fast mode that I sent you.
Yeah.
Back to the fun stuff.
And yes, this works. So let me go ahead and expand this. Expand this. It's at 1080p quality. Display capture and share. Alright, here we go. It is now streaming into Discord.
Alright, and I just have to find the Discord because I lost it.
You lost it, bro. No.
Alright, so this is at the farmhouse. It has the attic. Now, both myself and Pan have we all figured out what the ghost is. It's a spirit. We've gone up to the attic.
It's the basic ghost.
Yes. And I'm like, okay, no problem. So it's like, well, let's go find a Ouija board and that. So we go up to the attic, find shit all. Yeah. And now we're about to get the fuck out of the building and call it a day.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see what happens.
Mind you, I'm right behind Rogue.
Yeah.
Then I just kind of went right off to go look at the sink.
Ah, you fool.
And that's the moment I died. Yeah, because I died.
See, nobody there. No one there.
He's been dead. Your body just ninja vanished.
Yeah, it's just poof, it's there.
And we're good. Picture of her dead ass.
Did you, Rogue? Did you add in those little effects?
Yep.
No. Pout for me, Pen. Pout for me.
Yes, no, no. Very Austin Powers right there. I appreciate that.
God damn it. You have to show me how you added in those little effects.
Yeah, well, it's part of the After Effects of it. Yeah. Yeah, we couldn't do as much damage as we should have, and yeah, it just it yeeted me out of the building. It's like, yeah, I don't want you.
I could care less about you.
I want the woman.
I became the sacrificial lamb.
I mean, it's sacrificial Jew, but it's usually what they do mostly.
I do know this much. I do know with Phasmophobia and watching Markiplier play it this last time, I do know that the ghosts' lock-on abilities have become a little bit more acute.
Acute
Yeah.
is a bad word for it. Picking on somebody is the more accurate term.
Like I pointed out before, the moment it's locked onto you,
You're
you are its target of choice until either A, you leave, don't come back, or B, die.
Yeah.
Or it goes into hunt mode and you're not in the building.
I've seen people die. I've seen people get killed through the wall. So
Yeah,
I
actually-
died on the front porch of the roadhouse multiple times.
Yeah, no,
Oh, yeah, yeah, you can't stand too close to the doors either. The doors or
Yeah,
the
there's
windows,
no
because
door there.
apparently ghosts can get you through the door or window.
Mm-hmm.
Especially on the roadhouse level.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Roadhouse!
yeah, it gives you a whole new meaning for roadhouse.
Okay. So I think that does it for today's episode. We've been going for about 3 hours and 48 minutes.
Yeah, we love.
Really?
Really?
Yeah, we've been here for longer than I expected. But yeah, I've queued in for one of our Fridays being, I don't know, I think the 27th. It'll be a double feature featuring Kurt Russell. So yeah,
Bless you.
we
Excuse
will
me.
be starting at 5 p.m. because I did the math. It would be best to do that one. So you'll end up with a double feature at the end of the run. Next week's watch long is Big Trouble in Little China.
it's a good movie. I love that movie.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, that's Friday at 6 or 8 o'clock EST.
Yeah. For my shilling,
Or is it 9 o'clock EST?
but for my
Anyway.
shilling, it'll be the normal 3 run for the weekend. We got I will set these up tonight so I don't forget during the week. But it will be Clockwork Planet on Monday, Saga of Turning to Evil on Wednesday, and Goblin Slayer on Friday. So
Mhm.
possibly no streaming or anything like that during the week, unless I feel like I want to play a game or something. But besides from that, that's about all I got. Anyone else?
Yeah, outside of that, I got to do some recorded shows, so that's gonna be fun and interesting. And then a bit of editing. I have no idea what Pen's going to be doing.
What are we doing tomorrow? Nothing tomorrow?
I have no plans for Monday. Tuesday show as usual. Wednesday for watch along with a little anime to coincide with it. Something that I know Wesley will love. And hopefully Penn will have a laugh riot out of it because it has a Jewish character in there.
Of course.
It's a complete shit show. It should have been a shitty anime, but the English dub makes it one of the top rated animes that they have. So
Thanks,
there's
Rick.
that. It just proves that a good English dub actually will make a shitty anime a really good one. Thursday we got nothing. Friday we've got the watch along, and then weekend. Yeah, no. It's usually me trying to fill up time with creative shit, or unless somebody decides that they want to stream a game with my ass in there.
Well, there's always the possibility to stream. What is it? We have our normal show on Tuesdays. You and I have our new watch along on Wednesdays. Thursdays is nothing.
Correct.
But I know that I have my D&D game.
Uh-huh.
And then Fridays is our movie night.
Correct. So there's that. I don't think Starwind is doing anything exciting.
My laptop is a potato. I'm surprised I can get Discord running.
Yeah, that's usually surprising. My laptop is a high grade potato that has a lot of hamsters running it, but apparently at the moment I can't stream worse shit. So there's that. Sometimes it's a hit miss. But anyways, we're getting out of here.
Okie dokie.
Yep. Everyone, take care. Have a good weekend.
Oh, and remember, wash your fucking hands, you filthy animals.